Indianapolis, and the Chargers.
Huh?
You'd be like, whoa. Where's Buffalo?
What happened to did Josh Allen get hurt?
Where's Baltimore? Where's Kansas City? Where's Houston?
Yeah.
Instead, you got what you got, which tells me this is a wide open free-for-all. And
exactly.
That's good.
Yes, exactly. And Mike, the other positive here is Broncos got 4 out of 5 of their next games at home. Home.
I thought you didn't look ahead.
You told me that yesterday.
I said it was okay, but I'm glad you listened to me.
It's a huge positive. And that's right before the bye week. So this thing is set up nicely. And I'm not a player right now. I'm a radio host, so I can look ahead, Mike. Good try. And also, what do Mark and I always tell you?
I don't know. You guys tell me so many things.
Right. It's hard to win in the NFL.
Hard to win the NFL.
Look at Buffalo. Look at some of these teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Buffalo was supposed to have this great offense with Josh Allen. He's one of the best in the NFL. He's MVP last year. What do you think Buffalo radio is talking about today?
I mean, Sean McDermott.
Right. So it's like, goodness, sometimes you just win and you just move on. And because, to your point, this thing is wide open right now. There's no special team in the AFC. Just stay healthy and be playing good football at the end, and anybody can go to the Super Bowl in the AFC. Do you believe that? And the Broncos, like, there's probably 5, 6, 7 teams in that conversation, and the Broncos are in that conversation.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
Absolutely.
With the defense they have, just have a competent offense.
And also the belief that I think that for all the criticism that Sean Payton got yesterday, Darren Rizzi got yesterday, and well-deserved, is the belief that this is a good enough, veteran enough staff that you can feel confident that this team will continue to improve as the season goes along, that there's not going to be a leveling off, peaking, or then plateau and then start to slide over the second half of the season. I'm pretty confident this is a team that's just going to continue to stack and get better. Now, I don't know how great it's going to look by the time it's all said and done, but I am confident that it's going to be a steady arrow up.
And that's what happened last year, right?
Right.
So they have the right coaching staff. I mean, there's no question about it, which I think is very important here. And they have the right players in the locker room. And they got a good schedule set up. 4 out of 5 at home. I mean, come on. And you're going to play better at home. You should play better at home. You should operate better offensively with less crowd noise. And defensively, you play better with the crowd noise. So it's set up nicely for the Denver Broncos, starting this week with a Giants team that is playing much better, and they're a confident bunch. So it ought to be a great matchup. Scatterboo and Dart against the Broncos defense. Vance Joseph and Nick Bonito and company.
Well, for the sake of conversation, the bettors out there across the country are loving the Giants. Loving the Giants.
Oh, what? Talk to me.
Read something like 80 to 85% of all the money coming in.
Yeah.
Is coming in on the Giants.
What's the spread?
It started out at like 7.5.
Oh, that's a lot.
And I think it's already already down to 6.5.
Well, that's a lot, especially when you have a offense that is limited like the Denver Broncos offense. Usually you're going to play.
But an offense that does play well at home.
Right.
And to your point, like I think they've won, 7 in a row at home. Bo's numbers at home compared to on the road are very interesting. Well, I'll get them all lined up for you, but he's a much more efficient quarterback at home.
So there's still a limited offense, even though to your point, they do play better at home. That's a lot of points in the NFL. You're usually talking about one-score football games. I feel good, though. I feel good about the direction of the Denver Broncos. I mean, you get back home, not enough has been talked about that. They're being gone for 10, 11 days.
I wanted to ask both
because I brought that up yesterday, and you just kind of rolled over it. I don't know what you're doing. You weren't acting like it wasn't that big a deal, and I think it's a bigger deal than people make out. That's not an easy thing.
Tell me why it's a big deal.
Wow, because that's not what you do. I mean, that's baseball, that's basketball. You go on these 11-game road trips, and it is what it is. You don't ever do that in football. Hardly ever. And then across to London on top of that? Not just staying at the Broadmoor or Camp West Virginia Camp.
Come on.
I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
You always struggle with this one.
It's in West Virginia.
Yep.
Lakewood.
No.
Green Valley Ranch.
No.
Greenbrier. Okay, got it. 1 for 4. And so it's just it throws you out of your routine. It's a lot. It's so different for you. You're playing this environment that's much different also. So a lot of factors in play there. All you want to do when you go to London is just find a way to win. I don't care what it looks like. And then you just throw it in the trash, and then let's just move on.
Well, we want your Broncos, Jets leftovers, stuff that maybe slipped through the cracks yesterday that you'd like to bring to ours and everybody else's attention. Same thing with a busy college football weekend, both locally and nationally. I got to get your thoughts, Stoke, on the James Franklin firing, but an element.
They fired James Franklin?
They fired James
what?
Franklin, but an element,
no way.
But an angle to that story that I think just kind of speaks to where college football is going. And I don't think it's necessarily good. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is good. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll hash that out. And also, Stoke will give us a tease as to what he saw for Telestrator Tuesday with this Broncos offense on film. That's all coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you trying to lower your existing mortgage payment? Do you need cash from your equity? For most people, getting a mortgage means endless paperwork and weeks of anxiety. But with Cake Mortgage, our process is simple, fast, and hassle-free. Whether you're purchasing, refinancing, or looking to tap your home's equity, our team guides you step by step so you always know what's next. Our thousands of 5-star customer reviews will tell you no one can do what Cake can. So stop stressing and start saving fast with Cake. Your fresh-baked cake home mortgage is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 1-800-EAT-CAKE. That's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Again, that's 1-800-EAT-CAKE. Or visit cakehome.com to learn more now.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front. Because it's Soda Weight Loss, you could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back. Just like Ramon.
I used to dread those pictures. I'd position myself behind someone taller or make sure I was holding a plate so nobody focused on my belly. But that was before soda. Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. And they make it simple. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Soda Weight Loss is built for busy people like you.
I lost 82 pounds in just 16 weeks. No hunger, no drugs, just steady, real-life progress with the nutritionist who helps you every step of the way.
That's why Soda has nearly 9,000 Google reviews. And right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today, and your partner joins free. Visit SodaWeightLoss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Are joint pain or injuries keeping you from living your best life? I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. We don't believe in one size fits all. Instead, we create personalized stem cell treatment plans using your own stem cells or donor cells to help regenerate joints, repair torn muscles and ligaments, and restore mobility. For a limited time, get 10% off through October. Don't wait. Book your free consultation now at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Hey guys, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they've got a great deal on windows, so take advantage before the snow starts falling. Order your windows in October, finance your project with them, and you won't pay anything until November of 2027. Be warm during the holidays. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the cold weather arrives. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical. One had an orchard sign and sold for way more. Why? Orchard's local agents know how to attract serious buyers, and they handle everything for you. And with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, you can move into your new home before your old home even hits the market. Don't settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to sell your home. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. Football season is here, and there's nothing like a fresh start, on the field or on the road. If you're looking for a new car or want to refinance your current loan, Colorado Credit Union has the winning play with low rates and fast approvals. Whether you need a truck for tailgating or a car for the daily drive, Colorado Credit Union would help you get there. Visit ccu.org to apply today. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Not all applicants will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I've made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Stokley here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Unhappy with your home or business trash and recycling service? Need a temporary dumpster for a project? Call 5280 Waste Solutions at 303-529-2329. Colorado isn't just where they work, it's home. They guarantee swift, on-time pickup for residential and commercial customers. Make the switch and get reliable local service you can count on. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solutions, your hometown brand.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High five, Fam and Jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane. Okay. Yours was, get off my plane.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, happy Tuesday morning to you, and thank you so much, 6 a.m. listeners. Best of the bunch for being here with us. Mark will be along at 7 o'clock. Getting your Broncos, Jets leftovers, just anything that, maybe slipped through the cracks yesterday that you want to bring to our attention. Also, college football leftovers. We'll get to what was a busy weekend, a pretty successful weekend around here in college football. Also, a lot happening nationally. Coming up at 7:30, it'll be Telestrator Tuesday with Stoke doing his breakdown of what he saw on the game film. Can you give us a little tease? Because I don't even know what topic you took. You kind of gave me the Heisman when I suggested a topic, and you said, nah, I got this. So
no, I think it's a topic that we were talking about. The second half.
Receivers? You're on.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, my thing went out, though. Technical difficulties.
Loose cable.
Over.
Loose cable.
Loose cable.
Might want to have Mark come in here and solder that.
Yeah, exactly. See how that works out for me. I definitely get electrocuted.
Yeah, give him a wide berth.
No, No, I went through all the plays in the second half and what went wrong, and was there a situation to where they just outnumbered us in the box? And so that's what I went through, and it's I kind of doubled down on what I felt yesterday, how I felt yesterday with just a lack of execution by the guys, and they are doing a lot. I mean, they are sometimes. You see heavy groups. Well, guess what? When you go big, when you go heavy, fullback, 2 tight ends, you bring in Porslowski. I mean, what do you think the other team's going to do? They're going to play cover 2 and play soft coverage? No, they're going to put 8 guys in the box. So, and we did see the Broncos finally take advantage of that on the pass to Ingram. But overall, you're going to see loaded boxes. But most of the time, no, it was self-inflicted mistakes by the Denver Broncos. It wasn't the fact that, we were just outnumbered and, it was the Broncos' lack of execution and lack of, being able to just go one-on-one and win that battle.
How about the big complaint that was out there all Sunday and yesterday, the Sean Payton play calling?
I didn't, again, I didn't mind the play calling yesterday, and I didn't think the play calling was an issue. Like I said, the one play that I didn't like that he called was the one at the 3-yard line that resulted in a safety. I just thought your offense wasn't playing very well at that time. Don't put them in your offensive line wasn't playing very well either. Don't put them in a situation to have a terrible play. And that's what happened. Even though it was pretty much max protection, 2-man route with a couple guys leaking out, a tight end and a running back leaking out after the fact. So you should have been protected when you have max protection, 2-man route, right? You figure Sean Payton thinks, all right, we got this protected up. Well, when Quinn Miners gets thrown out of the club, then just ran over.
It looked like Alex Forsythe trying to block on a field goal in Kansas City?
Yes, or Adam Troutman blocking a couple weeks ago. Yes. So when that happens, what can you do as a coach when your right guard just gets ran over? I didn't think it was really holding. I thought it was a ticky-tack call. I mean, was there a little grab? But, he's falling. The other guy didn't fall down. I thought that was a weak call by the ref. But anyway, he got ran over. So, it's – you say, golly, guys, I mean, I called max protection here. We ought to be able to hold up for a few seconds and not get a holding penalty here. So there you go. Cliff Notes, what's Mark doing today?
Mark was going to take a closer look at the offensive line.
Okay. All right, good. Well, I have thoughts on the offensive line also.
Yeah, you actually said – I love when you guys look at the film because you get so engrossed in it and the former player in you comes out. And, like, Mark always would do this, like during a break. He'd be over there, same seat. He'd just be muttering under his breath, like, God, oh, jeez. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, and then drop a couple of swear words and then, come over here, get over here, look at this. And you just did the same thing right before the show. Come over here, take a look at this. So we'll have that with Stoke coming up at 7:30.
I mean, first play of the game.
I know.
First play of the game. I mean, I'll give.
Go ahead.
And I wasn't even watching the first half. But, I had my computer in here and the game was still on. So, watching the first play, let's see what happens in the first play of the game. They got a run play to the left, a toss play to the left, and both your guards on the play, they're going to the same guy. It's a toss play out to the left, right? So they're going to the same guy, one of the linebackers, and you got Pert going up, and then you got Miners coming from the right going to try to cut the guy off. And the guy splits both of them and makes the tackle for, what was it, a 2-yard gain? Something like that?
Yeah.
Where, it should have been 5, 6, 7, 8-yard gain. But, I mean, how do you have 2 guys going to the same guy and the guy splits them? Like, is that play calling to you, Mike?
It was literally 2 guys went to one guy, and they both whiffed on him. They just let the guy split him.
And if that guy doesn't make the tackle, it's a 6, 7, 8-yard gain.
I could put 70,000 of you at Mile High and put it up on the big screen, and you'd be like, "Wow, that's bad."
Pert overruns him, and he goes underneath Pert, and then Miners just can't get there. So, But that was the story of the day.
That was
so
the first play.
Is that
was probably a play you worked on, scripted, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, is that fixable? I mean, I would hope so.
Boy, it better be.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but sometimes guys can't get the job done.
On the RamosLoud.com text line, 303-713-1043. Guys, what do you make of the rumors of Dion going to Penn State?
Oh, goodness.
I
Are
think
we doing
that Prime
this
is
again?
out at the out of CU at the end of this season. Signed General Tojo Wigasaki.
What?
Yeah, but it's just.
Are we doing this again
That's how
right
he
now?
signed it. Yeah, of
Is
course.
his name coming up?
His name is going to be linked to everything. Here's why Penn State would not be interested in Dion. You're interested in Dion if you are looking to give a spark to a stuck down program. Penn State doesn't need a boost. Penn State's going to sell out. Penn State's going to be on national television. They don't need that. What they need.
They have NIL.
They need a coach. And so Dion, to this point, he has proven he can resuscitate a dying program, but is he a great college football coach? Jury is still most definitely out on that. But I was blown away when you hear about the buyout for James Franklin at Penn State. $50 million. Just like that. Done. You know, and we were talking about the idea of Jay Norvell being in trouble at CSU, and people saying, well, you know, they may wait till after December 1st because the buyout's $1.2 million. You know, and it's just, but it speaks, Stoke, to where this is going in college football, the staggering difference between the haves and the have-nots, where you have some programs that just can throw so much money at a program to the point where they can write scratch a $50 million buyout check really without even blinking. And
well, it's not one check.
No, but it's still
paid out over, years.
But
so.
it's still an unbelievable amount of money that not a lot of programs out there could do. And so I just think we're heading towards a time where I could just see it. And maybe it's going to be best because you got too many other schools out there like the CU, the CSUs, Mike Klis, who just they can't compete with the big boys like that. This is going to be a 20-team mega power conference that's runs on their own, has their own TV deal, and can spend unlimited gobs of money, and then everybody else is going to be able to settle more comfortably into conferences and a playoff system and bowls and all that kind of stuff that is much more where they belong financially and where they're comfortable financially.
Yeah.
And you know what? It'd probably be for the best.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because trying to keep up with the Joneses is going to be tough for a lot of these programs around the country.
Yeah, I mean when you got over 100,000 in the stadium every week, I mean that's a big number. So, and you got a lot of money to spend. You know, a lot of boosters that want to see success, want to see wins. And if you don't, if you get stuck in that rut, next thing you know, you got 50,000 at your stadium, right? And you're not relevant, and so it's a moneymaker. You got to make moves. You got to make some big moves, and that's what Penn State had to do. I mean, this thing was going downhill quick. I mean, their quarterback's hurt now. Ugh.
All right, so college football lefters, Broncos, Jets leftovers. We got Mike Klis joining us at 6:45. We'll open up the text lines to you next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
First thing I learned when I started working with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is that men wait on average to do something about their erectile dysfunction more than a year before they do something. And that surprised me, but then the more I talked to Jeff and the folks at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, the more I learned, hey, taking that first step is not always easy. A lot of unknowns, anxiety, some embarrassment. It's all to be expected. It's why I recommend Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They are incredibly compassionate about what guys are going through. They create an environment of trust as they visit with you to find out what your goals are and customizing a treatment plan just for you. And you can't argue with the results. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has a success rate well over 90%. You decide when you want to be able to perform and for how long. Some treatments can have you all of a sudden just being able to perform the next day. That's cool. So schedule a consult, just $99. Take a simple blood test along with a TN-PSA test. If medically advised, they'll give you a test dose. And if that test dose does not work in the office, your visit is free. 5 locations to better serve you, including Fort Collins and Colorado Springs, and a brand new improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Right now, receive up to a $25 O'Reilly gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
I know you don't want to think about it, but it's happening. Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready. Stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. So whether you're tailgating, skiing, or just exploring your own backyard, the Broncos Sport is ready for action, starting at just $27,999. Siltahar has the best selection, the easiest location, and the lowest prices in town. Go to sthmotors.com. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Upgrade your hunting arsenal with premium brands at great prices during the Shields Hunting Sale event happening now through October 19th. Scope out savings on your favorite brands in camo, rifles, ammunition, and so much more. Like $200 off the Sitka Fanatic jacket and up to $500 off the Leupold VX5 HD rifle scope. Join the community of hunters who trust Shields experts to outfit their adventures and get more bang for your buck now through October 19th at Shields.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest looks all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what you'll find. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Mike Klis, maybe a jet-lagged Mike Klis will be joining us at 6:45. He's probably waking up going, what time is it and where am I? But he'll be joining us coming up here in about 15 minutes. Our guy Richie Carney just popped in. He scared me. We walked in, like, matter-of-factly. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing here? He's like, I just came from a workout.
Yeah, same thing to me. I'm like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Just got my workout in.
Yeah. Were you ever, you probably had to do it when you were playing college football.
Yeah.
You probably had those early morning workouts.
Yeah.
But were you, like, if you didn't have to do an early morning workout, would you do an early morning workout? Like, lift and all that stuff? I know. I don't understand people who do that.
But some people have to.
Well,
if you have a job and like, okay, I want to get my workout in, you got to do it before because after it's kind of, you don't really want to. So, but who really loves to work out at 5 o'clock in the morning? It's not ideal, I wouldn't think.
You people who do that. Yeah, I'm saying you people. Man, I don't. I tip my cap to you because I couldn't do it. And I know you love it, and you're like, oh, man, what a way to start the day.
It is, though.
I get the endorphins firing. I'm like, ugh.
It is a good way to start your day. It definitely, and once you get in that routine, it does. It's a good feeling.
It's a tough routine to start, though.
It definitely
right?
is.
It
is.
That's a hard habit to build.
I got a question.
Well, real quick, can I tell you why he stopped in here? Because this was an interesting number.
Okay.
We were talking about the James Franklin buyout at Penn State, $50 million. Richie passed along that the $50 million buyout, just to not coach at Penn State, $50 million, is more than all of the Division III athletic program budgets combined.
Wow.
And that's over 400 schools. First I said, you mean football? He goes, no. All of their athletic budgets, all of the sports they play, Division III across the country, over 400 schools, their combined athletic budgets.
Well, you're talking about the majors to the
is
single A baseball, so that's it's not even comparable. Those schools probably get 10 people that go to their football games. Penn State and Ohio State, Michigan get 100,000 plus. Different leagues.
I know.
So,
what do you want to bring up?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up. Let me remember what I wanted to bring up. The Broncos turning down this week to be their bye week.
Yeah.
They had that opportunity, and Sean Payton said they turned it down, and then they pushed it back. They gave it to him later in the year because you're talking about Mike Klis being tired and the players getting all out of sorts.
Before you say it, he said, because he was asked about it after the game Sunday, he said, we did our research, and if it may be surprising, but it is the way it is that teams actually have a better record coming back and playing right after playing in London as opposed to coming home, taking the week off, and then playing.
Yeah, which I could see. Your routine is already crazy, and now you come back and you're going into week 7, and you got a bye week, and you're just like, okay, what is going on here? We're gonna go on vacation? Am I going away somewhere? I just went away for 11 days. I was just gone. Now I'm going away again. Are we really playing football? Is this the football season? Do you follow me, Mike?
Boy, you guys really are creatures of habit, aren't
Mike,
you?
Think about it.
My goodness.
When do you ever go away for 11 days in the football season? Not much.
No, you're right.
Where you just stand on the road. And then one of those trips is overseas to London, Big Ben. And then all of a sudden you're going to come back, and now you're going to have a whole week off? Like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll go back to my college town and watch a game. But that's not an NFL season. You get thrown. That's nothing close to your routine. So actually talking about it, I like the fact, let's get back into our routine as quick as possible. And then in 5-6 weeks, we got our bye week, which by that point, okay, you're back and your clock is back set. So I think it makes sense once we talk this thing through.
Okay. All right. I am not at all worried about a letdown. I had looked at the Jets game as not so much a trap game, but this game with the Giants, for all those reasons, coming back home and after being gone for an unusual 11-day span, I was worried about this week being the letdown week. I'm not worried at all about the offense having a letdown. They got all the reason to be motivated this week. I am a bit concerned about the defense.
No.
Having a letdown this
No,
week.
you don't have to.
Why?
You don't have to.
Why?
Because Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo.
Yeah, they looked pretty good the last time I watched them play.
They have their attention.
Oh.
Do you see Cam Scatterboo running over everybody looking like John Riggins? Looking like, Earl Campbell? I mean, taking his shirt off after the game with the NFL Network guys. I mean, they're everywhere.
You think this Broncos defense, with everything that they're doing right now, is sitting back sweating a rookie running back and a rookie quarterback?
I think they respect him a lot.
Really?
You better. He'll run you over, Mike. I mean, you're acting like, Cecil and his buddies, the scout league. Oh, you Cam Scatterboo. Yeah, okay. All right. You better buckle up. You see what Jackson Dart is doing? I mean, so that's all you have to do is put the film on, which is great. Because they're not going to overlook the Giants now. If it was Russ and some other running back, yeah, maybe so, but not now. No, full attention.
It was Russ and, what was his name? Tyrone Tracy?
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think. I couldn't think
Devin
of.
Singletary?
Yes, exactly.
maybe more ripe for a letdown?
Right, but not now. And Jackson Dart, I mean, you want to talk about a quarterback that's athletic? This guy's got to be careful because, he's been banged up already running with the football. We saw Dayball peek his head into the blue tent. Hey, somebody should have smacked him. You can't do that. That's got to be a big boy fine. Big boy fine. Big boy fine.
Yeah, but before I know, but before the days of the blue tent and the independent spotter upstairs and everything, come on, how many times did a coach go over to a trainer or team doctor and get him cleared?
Mike,
get him cleared
Mike,
now.
Are you serious? This isn't 1962, brother.
I'm not talking about 1962. I'm talking about 1992. I'm talking about 2002. I'm talking about 2012.
Yeah. Everything has changed.
Okay, all right.
So you can't say, well, hey, we used to be able to do that. Well, duh. You used to be able to take someone's head off, too. You can't do it anymore.
Years.
You just can't operate that way. That was ridiculous. And that's a terrible look for the NFL. Player safety, health, and this guy's getting checked for a concussion and your coach is in there yelling something? I mean, wow. Hey, I'm talking about 6-figure fine and plus.
By the way, text of the morning so far, 6 a.m. listeners. Stoke, why are you making a big deal about going away for 11 days and then being off for another week? That was Evans' summer.
You came back, you were a little rusty.
I was a little rusty.
Right? You were a little rusty.
And then I was gone again.
Right.
I never felt like I was.
You had a bad month.
It was almost like took me a month, to get kind of back into the groove.
Right.
So,
see,
Mike.
And you're just traveling in your car.
Exactly.
Sweating,
putting ice down the front of my pants.
Can't imagine the smell of your daughter's seat.
Man.
Cloth just soaked in there.
Mike Klis joins us next.
Do the Broncos' struggles on offense come down to play calling or execution?
What would you have liked him to call? What in your mind would have been plays that they could execute? Because if they're shutting down your run and they're going to commit all those guys to the box and saying you're not going to run it against us, then at what point do you look at your quarterback and say, dude, you got to play better?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, next time you're heading to a football party or tailgate and you ask, hey, what can I bring? And they say, whatever. Impress them by bringing Daisy Dips. Daisy Ranch and Daisy French Onion. Pretty confident they'll be a hit. Perfect to pair with wings, veggies, chips, and other snacks and football foods. Daisy Dips are as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and all the other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. So when you're heading to that next football party, stop by the grocery store, pick up Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch Dips.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like a heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money on a heat pump with rebates at excellenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. That's a lot to get pumped about, all in one package.
Hey guys, you feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you? It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergetics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergetics Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that's right for you. Treatment is covered by most major insurance and affordable self-pay options are available. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because it's Soda Weight Loss. You could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back, just like Ramon.
I used to dread those pictures. I'd position myself behind someone taller or make sure I was holding a plate so nobody focused on my belly. But that was before soda. Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. And they make it simple. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Soda Weight Loss is built for busy people like you.
I lost 82 pounds in just 16 weeks. No hunger, no drugs, just steady, real-life progress with the nutritionist who helps you every step of the way.
That's why Soda has nearly 9,000 Google reviews. And right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today, and your partner joins free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Saturday is not just another game day. DU men's soccer takes the pitch against ORU for their final home game of the regular season, November 1st, with postseason right around the corner.
Here comes Denver. There's a shot and a goal. Transition play. Bryce Willoughby. Denver strikes first.
The stakes are high. Every goal and every roar from the stands matters more than ever. DenverPioneers.com. Buy now.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education, with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Mike Klis is our 9 News Bronco Insider, brought to you by Fitness Gallery. Back with the whole traveling Broncos contingent from London. He joins us now, no doubt feeling maybe a little bit jet lagged. But Stoke brought up a really good point, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on it, Mike, because for a long time, you covered baseball, and you went on long road trips with the team you were covering. Baseball teams are used to being away for days and maybe a couple weeks at a time. I'm curious, having been with the Broncos throughout this entire trip to Philly and then over to London, very unusual. The fact that the Broncos came away 2-0 during that stretch, even if it didn't look great against the Jets, should they be commended because of how unusual that stretch was?
They probably deserve a little bit more credit than, all the criticism that people are giving right now because their offense and special teams stink. I kind of agree. When I covered baseball, and it was the dog days of August, and I felt, I'm a reporter. I'm not playing a game. But I felt like it was, tough to put one foot in front of the other. You just kind of show up at the park and, you're feeling real sluggish. You can imagine what the ball players feel like, and they got to go out and play a game. Sunday, I was down on the field. It kind of struck me. I was down on the field for the pregame show. It was 1 o'clock London time, but it was 6 in the morning in Denver. And it felt to me, it felt like 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. So, I do think that maybe it's possible. One reason why they were off to the degree they were offensively and offensively, let's say, is because, they just didn't have it. Quinn Miners, we interviewed Quinn Miners on Wednesday, and he was jet lagged. Bad case of jet lag on Tuesday. And I think that's possible for one reason. And as for the defense, who obviously weren't jet lagged, Justin Fields holding on to the ball for 6 seconds, it was like sharks with blood in the water, man. It was just a race to see who would get the next sack.
Yeah, that was impressive from the defense. Mike, what's the next step for this offense? What do they got to do? What are they going to do? To try to fix this, because it was really bad on Sunday.
Well, I think you got to start with, what are you doing handing off on 3rd and 10 to the fullback? I think you got to start with the play calling, really. There was a sequence there in the third quarter. They had 3 possessions. On 3rd and 4, they set up a screen that took like 25 seconds to develop. The fake end around, the fake over there. They threw it to Jaleel, who was just sitting there waiting for the play to develop. And it's a good thing he dropped the ball, or he would have lost 5 yards. That's 3rd and 4 play. Then you're backed up in your end zone, back at the 3, and that's the one where you take a 7-step drop to the deep part of the end zone, and you're risking a safety there, and you get a holding penalty. So there's 2 points, and then on 3rd and 10, you hand the ball off to the fullback. I was like, head scratch. That was a bad sequence there by Sean, and and the thing is, he had it going so good on that last drive in the first quarter, where the Jets didn't know what they were doing, and you had Atkins wide open, but he kind of lost it right there. So, yeah, start there. I thought they'd be better by now, guys. They got Ingram, they got Dobbins and Harvey, and they're actually worse than they were last year.
Visit with Mike Klis. All right, on the subject of Sean and his play calling, when it comes to his staff, and he's got certainly guys that have been with him a long time, are loyal to him, the Joe Lombardis, the Pete Carmichaels, Davis Webb. When it comes to somebody who might be willing to challenge Sean and say, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why didn't we do that? Do you believe that there's somebody on his staff to challenge him that way?
I'm not sure. I don't know the dynamic there. But that's a fair question. I actually do not know the answer to that. It does. I would think it would take some guts to challenge Sean Payton, but I also know that I do think Sean would welcome it. I do. And Joe Lombardi talked about this last week. He says he is at the point relationship-wise. This is his third stint, I believe 10th year with Sean, that he can give him, some guff. So, but on that particular thing and play calling, I don't know. Maybe you blame the execution.
Yeah, Mike, Vance Joseph, I hear his name mentioned already. It's being mentioned out there in the head coaching circles. Tennessee, already fired their coach. Do you think if this defense keeps playing the way they're playing, he's going to get another opportunity?
I do. He did have only one interview last year. That didn't. I think it was with the Jets that went to Aaron Glenn, and the Jets made a bad decision there. Vance, you got to have an experience. Aaron Glenn didn't know what he was doing on game management at the end of the half, and he just kind of froze and did nothing. Vance has already made game management mistakes. He's learned from them. Plus, as a defensive coordinator, he's got it going. I would think he's going to have 2 or 3 interviews. You never know about closing the deal, but he'll interview for head coaching jobs. That's for sure.
Welcome back, Mike. You sound great. Maybe because you're still on London time and it's 1:00 in the afternoon for you. I don't know, but you sound awesome.
Well, I was up at 1:30 this morning and couldn't go back to bed, so I got up at 2, and but then I realized that's 9:00 London time, 9 a.m. London time. So let's get going with the day.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
See you guys.
Mike Klis. He sounded awesome. That sounds like a guy that's on London time right now. Brought to you by Fitness Gallery, home of the world's finest fitness equipment. Mark joins us coming up next. I'll ask both Stink and Stoke this question. Should Sean Payton give up his play calling to one of his assistants? That's next.
Do the Broncos need some accountability on offense?
Who's holding Sean accountable? Like I'm being serious. Today, who's sitting down in Sean Payton's office and going, sit down, man. We need to talk. Because if he thinks everybody's going to be all good because they won the football game, sure, that is the most important part. But the way it looked, somebody needs to be holding Sean Payton accountable. Well,
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Remember that first time? But it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. The first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. If you're over 50, it's likely that you've had the first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time. That ED impacts your sex life. Don't let it be that way, fellas. Start taking your health seriously. Jeff and his team over at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they can get you taken care of. They have treatments when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. Most men wait a year longer to get treated. There's no need to wait, fellas. My friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock. Go check out the one in the Rock. It's a new and improved one over there in the Rock in Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5 milligram, 1 milligram, and 2 milligrams.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Don't miss Colorado football's 2 remaining home games of the 2025 season. Celebrate homecoming with the Buffaloes as CU faces the Arizona Wildcats on Saturday, November 1st. Then lock in your seats for Senior Day against the reigning Big 12 champs, Arizona State, on November 22nd. Great seats are still available at beautiful Folsom Field. Visit cubus.com/tickets or call 303-492-8282 and be there as Ralphie 7 leads the charge for your Colorado Buffaloes.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
What's the biggest mistake you could make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. Then they sell your old home on the market for top dollar. One customer said, "I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier." Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell. And get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
You want to be happy. You want to see your family safe, your children inspired, and your friends succeed. This is Glenn Jammeron. I'm president of Alpine Bank, member FDIC. The key to a bright and promising future rests in the core values you first learned as a child: trust, compassion, empathy, understanding, and perhaps the most important of all, being kind. Respecting the traditions you hold dear doesn't make you old-fashioned, but rather empowered in this modern and oftentimes complex world of ours. In fact, your values, your leadership, your caring and kindness inspires Alpine Bank. Return to your core values. Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.
Fall is a season of change, but at Postman Law, one thing never changes: results. With no out-of-pocket expense to you, we deliver with speed, ease, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN now. This is attorney advertising.
With the new IHOP value menu, all your breakfast faves are just $6 every day. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP value menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Double crossing, you little punk.
Can't believe you did that.
Unbreakable trust.
See, I'm not like you. You just let me drown. You just let me drown. You do nothing.
And of course, emotional maturity.
Or maybe a little bit angry.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to it. It is a Tuesday just after 7 o'clock. Welcome, 7 a.m. listeners. Mark is in here. He came skipping in. Everyone's in a good mood today. I think I know why. I think because after, all the anger and angst and, we're so mad at the play calling and the offense on Sunday, I think a lot of people are realizing, after watching the Bills look very ordinary last night and losing, that 6 weeks into the NFL season, the AFC division leaders are New England, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and the Chargers. Other than Mark's Chargers, nobody would have predicted that. So,
and Mark's concerned about that too.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit right now.
Right.
My Chargers,
your Chargers
are on the downtick.
Uh-huh.
They've injuries on their O-line. That's been that. Remember, Jim Harbaugh said tip of the spear. He said, "What's the O-line? Hey, you guys didn't draft any weapons." He goes, "Tip of the spear. O-line's the tip of the spear." So, yeah, I'm a little concerned with the Chargers.
But the biggest thing here is that, okay, the Broncos have some issues. The Broncos have some flaws, but they have 11 games to get it right. And they're playing in a conference that is, Stoke, wide open. Wide open.
I wasn't down yesterday.
Well,
I wasn't down. Like maybe you were. I wasn't. I was fired up. I told you that.
Yeah, you were.
I was fired up yesterday because I knew how difficult it was to go and win 2 games on the road like they just did. And it might not look perfect, but you go to London, just win and get home. Who cares? It doesn't matter what it really looks like. Win, move on. There's a lot of flawed teams in the NFL, to your point, and it is wide open this year. AFC's wide open. I'm not really worried or overly concerned about the 6th game of the year in London, that all of a sudden this offense didn't play well, and you know what? They're going to stink in Week 17. Now, they got to get a lot better, but a lot of football left. I prefer to look at the positives in this situation, and I think there were a lot of positives there that they can build off of. Or you could be 4-2 like the Bills, where they saying, going into their bye week, and they're saying, well, we got to start all over.
Right.
We got to figure – I mean, they are panicking over there. And I think there is. There's something to be said for what the Broncos did 10, 11 days on the road, coming back 2-0.
It's always better to have a ugly win than a beautiful loss. They got an ugly win, and there are a lot. Here's a great thing. Here's the great news. If you're, Sean Payton, and you're the Broncos, and you're Vance Joseph, and you're the players, especially the offensive players, let's focus on those guys. There is so much improvement to be made. There are so many things you need to work on. You look at that film was ugly. I mean, flat ugly. So at least you can look at it and you can assess yourself and say, hey, man, we're not close to being a playoff team the way we're playing right now, and yet we're 4-2.
So here's the question, because I watched the film too, and I agree with you. And I watched the second half, and it was disgusting. My question is, do they have the talent to be able to fix it? Do they have the guys that you can say, okay, well, we can actually – because I watched some of the offensive line.
Whoa. You're talking about the players Oh, no.
What,
From
no?
what I understand, the players get a free pass.
Oh, you can't do that.
Did you not listen to Dover and Cecil yesterday?
Oh, really?
Oh, no. The players, the high-paid millionaire professionals, they get a free pass. This is
I didn't get that memo.
This is all on the coaching.
Let me go check my email.
Yeah, no.
I got to go back.
I'll tell you what. If I'm a professional athlete in this town, I'm buying Josh Dover dinner. Because, wow.
You just invite him over to the house?
Wow.
Is there some beef between y'all two?
No
Because you have him and Cecil, like, you have, like, taken some sun. Like, Zach By is usually our the guy that we pick on, you know, but. And Dover and Cecil, we just kind of leave alone. Like, okay, y'all do y'all's thing.
He's been on both of them. And then
that's what I'm saying.
You this morning, though, you took a shot at Cecil. This is not like Cecil in his basement. You went after Cecil a little bit this morning. I was driving in, I heard it.
About the Scatterboo.
Yeah, about the Scatterboo, yeah.
You heard it. Well, you're right.
You're right. He did look a little bit like old John Riggins, number 44.
Right?
He's running people up.
Yes.
He's trucking folks.
Evans is rubbing off on me. That's what I'm saying. But he's been taking shots at them, and he does it to their face, too.
Right.
When they come in here.
They took some shots at me last week.
As the leader.
So I had to. They drew first blood.
Right.
Let me just
say this. As the leader of the program, and you are the official leader of the program, you set the example. When the old adage, when the cat's away, the mice will play. We're the mice. You're the cat. You set the example, and when you start taking unveiled shots at people on the station, the little mice go, oh, I guess it's okay.
Right.
And then we start doing it, and the next thing you know, we got issues.
No,
Everyone's
it's
coming after
great.
it.
No,
it's good?
No,
it's
ahead.
good. No, that's
okay.
what we want to do.
I
yes,
give you permission.
Right, and once you do it, and then we feel like, okay, let's go. Game on. But so no, seriously, I'm just really concerned that his offensive line stinks. And so I just watching I don't know anything about offensive line like Mark does. I know he did a report on it. He's going to do it. Maybe he can make me feel better when he does his telestrator Tuesday. And maybe it was just a bad second half for them. I don't know, but I watched the first play of the game, and you got both your guards, given like a walkway, just a free path, split us. And the guy going to make the tackle for a 2-yard gain when it should have been an 8-yard gain. That's a big difference. You got two guys just block one, and neither one of them can do it. First play of the game. Like, really? I don't know if that's that hard or what, but so I haven't paid that much attention to the offensive line.
All right, tell you what, Mark, I know you've got a lot you want to say. I want to give you a clean.
I'm not done.
And you're not done either. I know you are.
No,
I know you're not. Both of you.
I just want to ask Mark a quick question here.
Ask it as a tease. You can ask the question, then it'll serve as our tease.
I just want to know. I forgot now.
No, you
Mike.
didn't. The offensive line.
Yes.
And,
why'd you do that to me?
The first play of the game, and guys couldn't get to the second level.
Okay, wait, no, because I only watched really this one game, offensive line-wise. I haven't really paid that much attention to it. Has it been that bad overall for the whole season, or is this just one of those games where it's like, you see, this is supposed to be the tease, Mark, and then we're supposed to carry it over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Right,
I'm not saying that.
You be quiet.
All right.
Has it been that bad all year, or is that just one of those games where they had a bad game, and it happens?
You know what? I'll answer that question next.
Oh, good. Look at you.
Look at you.
Look at you. That's a break.
Did the Broncos defense just send a message to the rest of the NFL?
The defense was special. And this is what I thought we would see from the defense. I thought they had a chance to be special, and they showed it yesterday. They're sitting at 4-2. I'm not going to be too negative here. Broncos got to win, and that defense was special.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Embers Golf. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. I absolutely love golfing in the fall. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's a perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that? Embers Golf in Westminster. What I love about Embers Golf is it isn't your big box golf store. Nope, it's boutique style, and it's family-owned, and it's built for true golf enthusiasts. And they're not just selling you golf clubs, they're crafting a full journey, personalized to you and your game. They got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands, Callaway, G4, TaylorMade, Titleist, whatever you need, they got you covered. And this is what I love the most. They specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. You can get a full bag fitting just like I did, driver, 3-wood, all my irons. I love my clubs I got at Embers Golf, and you can feel the difference. Seriously, there's nothing else like it around. So before the snow hits, get yourself dialed in like I did. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins. Go see them online at embersgolf.com.
Progressive's Teen Driver discount could lower the cost of insurance for your teenager and save you some money. And then you can still spend money on them. Because just when you think you have a grasp on spending, new sneakers. And then it's money for a school field trip. And of course, spending money. Oh yeah, and a new phone to replace the one they dropped in the toilet. Oh, don't remind me. So just get Progressive's Teen Driver discount. And then you can continue to spend money on them. Endlessly. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discount not available in all states and subject to terms and conditions.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. And the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan brought to you by Flanagan Law.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Klis. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Listener appreciation.
Our RamosLaw.com texters always answer the bell.
Mentorship.
You can't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. And words of wisdom.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, when last we left you, Stoke had set up a tease.
Yeah.
Do you want to set that tease up again?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the offensive line in the second half, and the offense just in whole, just in general. And then I watched the first play of the game this morning when I got here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, first play of the game was a disaster. Run play to the left toss, and Miners and Pert, our two guards, are both going to the left to try to cut off a linebacker, and it's, both of them on one linebacker, which I guess sometimes is fine. You probably don't set it up that way, but maybe Pert, like Miners, couldn't get to his guy or whatever. So just block one guy. Block somebody. As a receiver, like sometimes you can't dig the safety out of the box. Then turn back and block the cornerback. Block somebody. And both these guys went to the same guy, and the guy just split him. And he makes a tackle for a 2-yard gain. So from that play to the second half, which was not very good, I just wanted Mark's paid more attention to the offensive line through the first 5 weeks than I have. And so I wanted to know, has it been that bad all year? Or was this just one of those games where, sometimes guys have a bad game? Which one, what has it been for this offensive line, Mark?
I have said this many times, and Mike and I have had this conversation many times. The national narrative of this being one of the best offensive lines in football is just wrong. It's not. I think they're okay. But you're 100% right on that play. Pert just leaves the guy he's assigned to and turns back on the guy that Miners is trying to get to, and so he doesn't block the front side backer, and the backside backer splits them both, and they all make they just wind up at the running back. It was just like a party at the running back. We'll all meet over there. About 4 guys hit him at the same time. And I know I'll do my whole Telestrator Tuesday on this because I went through with a fine-tooth comb every single offensive play of the game. And it was pathetic. Up front, it's been bad. And I've told Mike this. I even drew up a diagram for Mike during one of the breaks yesterday. There are so many second-level busts where we don't know where we're going, or we leave the line of scrimmage, the first guy, we leave him so fast to get to the second guy that in our combination blocks, the first guy makes the tackle for a 2-yard gain. If you just stayed on it, you get 4, even if you didn't block the linebacker. So there are so many just mental errors and so many technique errors that it's really frustrating to watch. And I will say this. At every level of our offense, we got our ass kicked. The Jets out-hit us. They played more physical than us. They took the battle to us. It's got to be one of the most embarrassing performances that the Broncos have ever put on tape in recent years.
Really?
Yeah. So I'd like to ask you, Mike, how do you feel about the ridiculous claim you made last week that this was a generational game for the Broncos when they beat Philadelphia on 2 drives?
It was monumental because of the opponent that they beat and where they beat them and the confidence boost that it gives a program. I'm not saying that it immediately.
Well, the confidence boost they got was not apparent on Sunday in London.
I'm not saying that.
Throw another shrimp on the bobby.
I'm not saying this was not a flawed team going into Philadelphia. I'm not saying that it was still a flawed team coming out of Philadelphia. But I do think that for that group, for the entire team, winning a game like that does matter. But it doesn't cover the flaws and the warts that still exist with this team. So when you give me that breakdown, Mark, then 2 immediate questions pop to mind. Either these guys are good enough and they're just not being coached and prepared well enough, or they're just not good enough. So what is it?
I think there's a third thing.
Okay.
And we're kind of giving away the Telestrator Tuesday aspect of this.
Right.
Do you want me to give?
Just a quick.
I know one thing. Alex Gibbs, if he was coaching, would have cut Pert at halftime and he would have made him take a tugboat back to America.
A tugboat.
A tugboat back to America.
That would take a while.
That's going to
Not
take.
even a cruise ship.
No, that's going to take some time.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
So
I mean, you
think-
can't be
so
cutting your backup, one of your backup tackles. I mean, it sounds good, Mark, but you can't be just all of a sudden cutting linemen left and right because, they had a bad game. You know that, right? This isn't, 1996.
I'm just telling you what would happen.
Right.
He'd still be, right now, he would be about 106 miles offshore. What does the tugboat sound like? I don't know
That
what
was a
it-
train.
Yeah, I don't know what
That was my
What do
golden
tugboat-
era of Rocky's baseball train.
That's right.
What is a tugboat? Does it?
It's just
No?
kind of a plodding.
It's a motorboat you just did,
motorboat.
by the way.
Yeah,
Do it again.
on the water.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. I got to get this out of here right away. What are we talking about?
I don't know. He'd have cut him. He'd have just cut him in halftime. I hit it. New York, London, Paris, Munich. Everybody talking about music.
So, but that's okay. That's the question then, right? So, what do you always say about coaching? You're either coaching it or you're allowing it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're either coaching this offensive line poorly, or you're allowing players who shouldn't be out there to play. So, what is it?
Well, I think I think this one was you're allowing a player that shouldn't be playing to play. And, ultimately you've got decisions to make, and they made some decisions. And, this is where I'd be critical of the coaching staff. I think you made the wrong decision, obviously. Here's one of the issues, though, that we get into in today's style of football. When you don't practice in pads and you're not hitting people and you're not – like you can go through, in shells and a helmet and you can look competent in shells and a helmet. But when you put on pads and the game is live and there are, quote unquote live reps and guys are flying around, that's when you quickly get exposed. That's when technique flaws come to the forefront that you don't necessarily expose in practice, that you needed to expose in practice and didn't get done. So, listen, man, but it's not like everybody didn't have their issues. I thought we got.
You can't put all this on Matt Pert.
No, you got to dominate on both edges. I thought both of number 9 and number 11 for the Jets, they both crushed the Broncos for the most part. So I thought that was, they crushed the pocket. And our combination blocks were awful. And I'll get into more of the details, but this goes back to one of the things that Stoke has said about formations and motions and all those things. Did we try to do too many things? If I had one criticism of Sean Payton's offense, and this has been historic for Sean Payton, what he is, the kind of the historical offense that he runs, there's just too much stuff. You're trying to run inside zone, outside zone, power, counter. You're trying to run inside trap. You're trying to run duo. You run lead ISO stuff. You run the pitch game, the pitch and pull game. You have got so many things that are in. You become a jack of all and a master of none. And I'm a believer in mastering something that you can build off of. And right now, they don't have a skill set in my mind that says this is something that we're good at and we can hang our hat in critical situations. This would be the play we hang our hat, or the concept that we hang our hat on. And they don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens this week when it comes to the left guard. Do they roll Pert back out there? I mean, it was his first start at guard, I believe, and so he didn't play well, but it's his first start. So, but you have to have another plan ready to go. But he wasn't the only one. Minor stunk.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we seriously? I haven't paid a lot of attention to him because he made a lot of money. He's got a belly, and it's a great story. He's chopping wood, and I figured this guy's mauling people. I mean, last time I saw him, what's his name's doing the guy that does the offensive line, the
Balding.
Yes, he's doing this thing about minors just blowing people up, and look at this road grader. So I'm like, we got Larry Allen 2.0 over here, right? And then all of a sudden I'm watching, I'm like, what the heck is going on? This guy's getting bullied. He's missing blocks. Like this, I didn't think he was that bad. So he was terrible. I don't know. I mean, all right. And then so your highly paid guys aren't playing well, and then you got Wattenberg, who's just average to below average. You got a new guy at left guard, and this offensive line stinks right now.
All right, then the next question is, along with your Telestrator Tuesday, what does Sean do about it? That's next.
Do the Broncos' struggles on offense come down to play calling or execution?
What would you have liked him to call? What in your mind would have been plays that they could execute? Because if they're shutting down your run and they're going to commit all those guys to the box and saying you're not going to run it against us, then at what point do you look at your quarterback and say, dude, you got to play better?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what has happened to Stoke here for family-owned Embers Living, a retail company based right here in Denver. Football season is in full swing. We're almost halfway through with this thing. It is unbelievable. And if you want to win the tailgate this year, just be the king of your block like my guy Mike Evans says he is. Embers Living has you covered with their top-of-the-line Yoder pellet smokers. They have them in stock right now. You can't find these just anywhere. Forget your neighbor's burnt burgers. You're bringing the flavor this season. Head to Embers Living today and gear up with the best. Whether you're rooting for your favorite college team or watching the pros on Sunday, they got the perfect smoker to match your grilling game. From standalone grills to built-in setups, pizza ovens, and so much more. Embers Living has you covered. It's your one-stop shop for the ultimate outdoor cooking experience. And oh, by the way, winter is right around the corner. So if you need to upgrade that fireplace, they got you covered there with the marquee fireplaces. Indoor, outdoor, Embers Living is your one-stop shop. They'll get you taken care of. Go visit embersliving.com today and make your tailgate the envy of the neighborhood. That's embersliving.com. Embers Living, where your perfect tailgate begins.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
It's Telestrator Tuesday, presented by Colorado Credit Union.
John Elway, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross. And remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses. then you jump up on the front, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Telestrator Tuesday, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank, and these two will confirm this. After all of the debate yesterday about the Broncos offense and the players, should they be blamed, or the coaches, the preparation, the coaching, the play calling, I was fascinated to see what the film said, and I was bothering you guys all day, wasn't I? Stink wasn't you?
You really were.
I know.
He started texting me. I'm like, I've never seen you like. You normally your phone by this time of the day, you haven't had it on a charger in 3 days. It's somewhere buried in a bag. And he's like, "What did you see? What did you see?" And I said, "Hey, listen, man, I've had a doctor's appointment. I'd run errands. I'm all on the road all the time."
It was 3:30 in the afternoon. I was already bugging you guys.
Right, and he's like, "Oh, tell me what you see." And then I was like, "Well, I got to go home and look." So I literally spent probably close to 2 hours breaking down just the Broncos offense versus the Jets defense. Of course, I'm not only looking at the Broncos offense, but I've got the Jets this weekend. So I'm really looking at what the Jets did defensively. And so it probably took me 2 hours, and you're in the middle of it. You're like, where's the information? He's all, and I was like, dude.
I got the same thing.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
And see, I ignored him.
So annoying.
I ignored him the first time because I was thinking about you, Mark, how you always say Mike ignores, just puts his phone in his pocket. So I'm like, I'm going to do that to him.
Yeah.
Because, why is he asking me right now?
It drove me crazy.
Why is he asking me right now? I'll tell you tomorrow what
I was on pins and needles.
And then, a couple hours later after I ignored him, he sent another text.
Another one.
Yeah.
Like
hey,
8 o'clock at night, 8:30.
I can't wait. You got me on pins and needles or something. I'm like, dude, stop texting me.
Right.
Goodness.
Here, this is what happened. Wait a minute. 5:08. You done Telestrator Tuesday yet? Curious what you saw. Now, I've been running all day, heading home right now to dig in. Slacker, he writes back. Cool, let me know what you see. I'll text you in an hour or so. I'm dying. 7:10. I'm dying here. So by 7:10, okay, so it's literally 2 hours later. I go, hey, I'm just finishing up. We stink. We didn't block anybody. And then he's like, it goes on and on and on. He just kept asking me questions. It's ridiculous.
I was all right.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
you just kind of copied and pasted two texts to both of us.
Basically, and then I just said, with you finally, I said, okay, fine. I'll just wait to hear it from everybody else. So take it away, Stoke.
All right, so I did the second half. Wanted to see a little bit of what happened, what went wrong overall. But also, there was a lot of talk about, hey, they loaded the box, which means, they just brought down an extra guy, played a lot of single high safety, brought an extra guy in the box, gave us hard looks to run against. I didn't really notice that going through this second half because if you go big, if the Broncos go heavy, big formation, fullback, extra tight end, extra offensive lineman, well, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to bring an extra guy in the box, and you're going to probably have a single high safety, right? And so you saw that throughout some of the second half where the Broncos go big. Well, they're going to match you and go big also. So the first play of the second half was fine. You got 4 yards. Good job. You went big formation, though. And, of course, so they had the extra guy in the box. Next play, you get a couple yards. And then now you have your third down play, okay? And this one, I didn't really – and Klis talked about it earlier. This was a screen to McLaughlin. And I don't know if he had played a play all year. And now we just throw him in the game there. Why can't we have Harvey in there? I mean, Cecil had promo about him talking about Harvey being the Joker. Why all of a sudden do we have to have McLaughlin? This is one of the issues that I've had with Sean and how just kind of he operates with the offense. I don't like all these guys. We don't have to play them all. This isn't, hey, we got to play everyone. Hey, Johnny's got to play his 30 plays today or you're going to have to forfeit. That's not the way that it works in the NFL. You play your best guys. And we haven't seen McLaughlin, but now all of a sudden he's in the game. Anyway, it wasn't his fault. But the whole play was just all screwed up. Our first third down of the second half, right? It's all screwed up. McLaughlin drops it. it didn't matter if he caught it because we had a guy that just crushed him, and he would have lost 3 or 4 yards, right? Miners was downfield early. Go figure. Go figure. One of our linemen was downfield early on a screen. And it happens every week. Right. Seriously. Every dang week we have a lineman downfield.
It's endemic of the entire league. Every week I get every game I call, I get at least 3 or 4 illegal man downfield in every single game.
Well, the NFL has made a priority of calling that this year.
It's the dumbest freaking penalty in the book
this
because
is
what
is
is
my
the guy going to do?
Tuesday.
Mike,
get control of Mark. This is my segment, Mark.
Yeah.
I know usually you're not here during this hour, and you're just
I
back
came
into
back
your
last
routine.
week.
I know.
Okay. Sorry.
Into the routine.
So I just that
you
penalty
be
bothers
quiet.
me. Okay.
You be quiet. While Stokely does Telestrated Tuesday.
But here's the difference. I don't have a bagel right now.
Your turn will
come.
come.
Stokely always has a bagel when I do it. Sorry, so keep going.
There's some bagels out there in the kitchen.
No, I'm not going to steal a bagel.
All right.
Get control, Evans.
Ahead,
You're the host, okay?
Go ahead.
And Wattenberg, who's our center on this screenplay, he didn't look like he knew who the hell to block. He just kind of wandered around. Like, there's a guy right over there. I don't know. Go block that guy. And then, of course, like I said, Jalil drops it, and he gets destroyed anyway. You talk about an epic disaster of a play. Like, you want comedy hour? Just go ahead and watch our first third down of the second half. They should have stayed in the locker room and ate oranges because it looked like a Pop Warner play. That's what it did. So many screw-ups on that play. And then we bounced back. All right, guys, let's get on the sideline. Let's get ready for our next possession, right? Oh, dang it. That is a great punt, whatever. We take over at the 3-yard line. Okay, all right, well, Sean's saying, hey, let's go max protection here. We're going to keep everybody in 2-man route. We got to be able to protect. Got to be able to protect with max protection, right? With just a 2-man route? Oh, nope. Because what happens on this one? Miners gets thrown out the club, just gets flat run over.
Thrown out the club.
Yeah, just tossed. Like, poof, it's late. Time to go. Shorty got to go. Hey, just he gets flat run over. This is on film, right? And I thought it was a bad call. I didn't think it should have been called holding. Mark can watch that, And, he kind of reached up, gave a little bit of a, but he didn't pull the guy down or anything, especially when you're in the end zone. But you put yourself in that situation by getting, trucked. So there's a safety. All right, now our third drive, our first play out of the third drive is a pass out of shotgun. The defense has a split safety looks, right? Perfect. So you're playing coverage. Split safety look. Bowles gets pushed into the backfield. McGlinchey gets beat. So now our 2 tackles aren't doing a good enough job. So that play's all screwed up. Our second play's a run. Here, right? We got a trap. Mark mentioned it earlier. We got a little trap. So Pert's coming over, and you're kind of trapping the backside guard defensive tackle, right? Well, Pert's he gets blown up in the hole. He gets blown. So we're trying to run kind of up the middle. Well, Pert gets just boom, all up in the hole. There's nowhere to go. There's like 3 defenders there. Pert's there. I mean, it's a complete mess again. This looks like when I was trying to coach Pop Warner, and you're trying to draw up these plays, and you got these kids just guys, how are we supposed to operate when you're getting blown up in the hole? You can't function offensively. Now the third play, right? Now this is the play that people are talking about. Run to Prentice. It's 3rd and 10, okay? And so when you're game planning, you're looking at what a defense might do on 3rd and 10, okay? Well, hey, 3rd and 10, what do you think they're going to do, Mike? They're going to play
shell coverage.
Oh, the shell. They're going to play the Vic Fangio shell coverage, right? You're going to see like cover 2.
Right.
And they're going to play very conservative. And that's what you're getting. You're seeing that. But at the same time, the back end is showing cover 2, but the linebackers are all mugged up. So they want to give you a look like, okay, we might blitz you here, and they want to try to confuse you a little bit. But they're going to bail out, right? But they had 6 guys mugged up. They're going to cover 2. The problem with it was the 3 guys that are supposed to bail out, and drop out, they see that it's run. And so then they just commit to the run. So it was a little bit unlucky. I don't think the play design, especially when your offense is struggling, was a terrible play. You could have caught him slipping and sleeping a little bit, and maybe busted one up the middle against a cover 2, which is a great look to run the ball. I mean, I would have preferred it not being Prentice. I mean, maybe Harvey. If Harvey's next to Bo, I don't think all of a sudden they're going to think, hey, draw on 3rd and 10 compared to Prentice. So give it to at least a running back that has a chance. Sometimes the defense wins. Okay, so on that play, I get a lot of people don't like Prentice getting the ball up the middle. It's not ideal, but the design of the play wasn't as terrible as people make it out to be. So that ended that drive. So the 4th drive, you start off in big personnel again, right? Fullback, extra lineman. Well, what do you think you're going to get? You're going to get a loaded box, right? Okay, now we're seeing what they're doing. Okay, at some point, let's throw the football against the loaded box. Let's try to make them pay for this, right? Let's not just keep on trying to run into it. But guess what? You still got 4 yards. That's a win for you. 2nd down. McLaughlin is in. We got 3 wide, split safety look. Not a loaded box. Should be a good look to run against, right? But Miners gets beat up the field, and the play is blown up. I mean, it's blown up. So, is that Sean Payton? Was that the play call? Should be a good look to run the ball against. You had split safety looks. Not a loaded box, but, when your offensive line can't block, you can't run the ball. So now you got 3rd and 6. Hey, this was another Pop Warner play here.
Oh, jeez.
You want to watch this play? You want comedy hour? I might have to take a break after this one. I'm sweating over here. I got a headache. 3rd and 6, okay? Should have been a false start by 2 of the offensive linemen. Not 1, but 2, okay? Bo threw it too quick. Off his back foot. Just a poorly executed play, right? I mean, 3 of the linemen jumped early. The ball wasn't snapped till late. Bo kind of panics, throws it off his back foot. Of course it's incomplete, but it's like, oh my gosh, guys. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, seriously, that in the second half looked like high school football on the offensive side. It was a total disaster. Now, do you put it on the coaching? I put it on these players. Like, Miners, you're making a lot of money, man. Some of these guys are making a lot of money. You got to play better. Pert, his first start, how much of a pass do we give him? Should he even be in there? Do we try somebody new this week? I don't know. And maybe, hey, coaching, you want to look at maybe simplify it as much as possible? Really, I don't need to see McLaughlin in there all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. Fine player, but he hadn't played all year. But just a complete mess through the first 4 drives. A total epic disaster is what that was. And so, that was worse than I thought it would be. Worse.
Whew. Oh, that was awesome.
I need a heater.
No, that was.
You do need a smoke.
I think I need a smoke. That was awesome.
Wow.
Mark?
Now you can talk, Mark.
No, I mean.
What's amazing, really just a quick, is that, you're the receiver. And yet you were like, oh, my God. I mean, and I hadn't heard from you yet because you blew me off completely. But Mark did respond.
I mean, you were like level stalker
I was stalking
level.
Because I was so fascinated to see, and the way you just laid it out was riveting to listen to. But without you two talking, I know you didn't talk. You both arrived at the same conclusion that the offensive line stunk. Mark, what'd you say you started to feel as you were watching it?
Oh, I had terrible anxiety thinking, what would happen during my career here if we ever played that poorly? Like, what would the Monday morning film session be like? I said, like,
like a pit in your stomach,
dude. It took me back to when we played Green Bay and got our ass kicked in 1996, which started a 3-week session of not speaking to our offensive line coach, where he MF'd us so bad for days on end. I mean, he cussed us out like you've never been cussed out before, ever on Monday. Then we go out and run, and we all just leave. Like, he tries to break us down, and we all walk away, and he's screaming at us, F you guys, F you guys, just up. And then we come back Wednesday, and we're sitting in the meeting, and he looks at us and goes, and it says on our whiteboard, it says, clear the air. And I'm like, all right, we're going to get an apology because that was out of control on Monday, right? To clear the air.
Y'all are being sensitive. Sensitive offensive line.
It was not. It was
y'all were
Stokley.
sensitive that, Gibbs, like MF'd y'all?
No, it wasn't. It was way more than an MF. So we sit there. It says, clear the air. Clear the air. And we're like, all right, finally. He's going to come back and, apologize. And he goes, nope. Listen. He goes, I thought about it. I stewed on it. And he goes, and I got something to say. I'm madder now than I was on Monday. And then he just started, you motherfucker, oh, dude. We didn't speak for 3 weeks. We cordoned off the locker room. He could not walk by where we all sat in the locker. We taped up the floor. Wow. It was a no Gibbs zone. Like he couldn't
for 3
walk.
weeks.
Didn't talk for 3 weeks.
Well,
so we go into meetings. He would present the meetings. We wouldn't say a word, and we'd walk out when it was done. Dude, it was to the point where the coaches
like Mike. Did Mike ever?
Yeah, they all came. They came to me and said, "Hey,
this?
Man, we gotta settle this. We gotta
move on." Yes, yeah, being so sensitive. I didn't know offensive linemen were that sensitive. Everyone talks about diva wide receivers.
Right?
Can't even yell at an offensive lineman. Goodness, in the 90s?
In
the 90s? What?
Stoke, if that would have happened to the receiving room, what happened to us, if it would have happened to the receiving room, you guys would all still be in straitjackets in a padded room. That's where you all would be.
I could handle it.
No,
I could handle it.
You would not be able to handle it.
I got to tell Evans something, though, real quick. Evans,
and by the way,
from now on, don't text Mark and I the night before and asking for a preview. Just if you want to text Mark, don't text me. It's like, it's almost like asking Picasso to take a peek of the Mona Lisa before he's done.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? We let us do our thing. I
know.
And then we'll give you all the goods the next day. But
he's annoying.
I'm not. You
I
just
apologize.
can't get. It's a long process. Sometimes we'll put a little bit of work in early and then finish it late. And if we feel pressure, we get rushed and we don't do a good enough job.
Listen,
we don't do a good job.
This was the first time I bothered you guys on the eve of a Telestrator Tuesday. I've never done it before. I guess I was just so. I let the curiosity get the better of me. That's all I can say. That's my only defense. I let the curiosity get the better of me, and I wanted answers. So that was a tremendous Telestrator Tuesday powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. So, Stoke, and Stink, you're going to get your turn later next hour. But, Stoke, after what you saw, okay, what's next? What do you do? If you're Sean Payton in this offense, what do you do?
I'm going to try to simplify it as much as possible and limit my personnel groupings, even though that's what I do, and that's what I love to do. This group can't handle it. They can't handle it. And if they can't handle it versus the Jets, what was the Jets defense ranked going in that game?
They were giving up 32 points a game.
Not good. And you got dominated and looked like a high school offense against the Jets. So what happens when you play a good defense?
You're going to play one this weekend. The Giants.
Yeah, exactly. So
they'll dominate a front seven just like the Jets did.
Yeah, their front 4-5 is as good as any in the NFL. Dexter Lawrence in the middle. Then you got all these Abdul Carter and the Spider-Man Burns.
You got Burns.
I mean, so buckle up this week.
Thibodeau, he can play.
Yeah, so what would I do? I would try to simplify it as much as possible. I really would. Hey, we're going to stay in this personnel grouping for the whole series as much as possible. Now, if you have a third down or whatever, maybe you have to change. But that's what I would do. And because you just got to go out there. I don't know if they're thinking too much. Maybe they're not good enough. I don't know, but we got to figure that out.
See, here's the problem. You're talking about the one position on this football team that is the most veteran-laden and is maybe, right, the most highest paid position group on the team?
Sure.
And you're telling me they're either not good enough or they can't handle it.
Yeah.
They can't handle what's being given to them.
Yeah.
That's too much for them.
But maybe they just, that's why I wanted to ask Mark, overall this season, has it been as bad as it was on Sunday? Probably not that bad in the second half, but how have they played all year? Has it looked like this? Because if so, then, man, maybe they're just not good enough. I don't know. I mean, has Miners regressed that much? Or did he just, everyone has a bad game. Wattenberg, I mean,
is Ben Powers that important? If Ben Powers is playing on Sunday, are we having conversations like this? Are you sick to your stomachs? Is Stoke giving Pop Warner comparisons? Is he that important?
To Stokes' point, it just wasn't Pert. Now, Pert was not good. And there were times I watched him like, has he got his shoes tied together? Like did somebody tie his laces together? His feet, like a baby giraffe. What are we doing? Feet all over the place. I mean, all over the place. Feet touching, getting close together, a big splayed out. I mean, he's off balance. It was bad, just bad. But it was bad across the board. It wasn't just one guy. It was all five guys.
Yeah.
And frankly, it was the receivers and bubble screens and securing the edge on, pitch pull stuff. It was everybody was. You physically, at every position, got your ass handed to you. That's what, and listen, man, every now and again that's going to happen. Yeah, every now and again you're going to get, this is the NFL. They those guys are really good on the other side too. Every now and again somebody's going to get you. But they were got the whole game. I mean, they just got, and then it's just the mental stuff. There's a lot of things.
So I feel bad for the running backs. I feel bad for those running backs. That was a disaster that they had to try to run against. I mean, how can you be successful with that type of blocking and all those mistakes that they had Sunday? I do.
And you only brought up Bo once, so it wasn't a good throw, but it sounds like Bo was.
Well, there wasn't a lot of plays.
He was kind of an innocent bystander on this as well.
He could have looked better in the second half with some of his footwork. Is he throwing off his back foot? Can he slide up in the pocket? There was a couple there that it looked like he was kind of slinging it off the back foot.
Also, there was a couple times, Stoke, where he was because he was under duress, that his eyes dropped and he's looking at where they're coming from. There's a couple times.
And then he just throws it.
Yeah.
And he just like real quick panic throw. Can he slide up in the pocket? We had Orlowski on. I think he was the one that talking about the drop was too deep. And I'm looking and I don't know what he's coached. Maybe I got to talk to my buddy and maybe he can help me out on those things. But he just hasn't returned my call in a couple weeks. So that's a different story. For a different day.
Maybe that's why you're mad at me, because you're just taking your misplaced anger out on me because
water squirt.
But
he got water on his pants when
he didn't like when you ad-libbed.
No, he loved that.
Oh, he did?
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
yes.
he did?
Yes. You don't think Peyton Manning liked that?
Okay.
Of course he did.
Well, I don't know.
It's an under-the-table fist bump right there. Like, good job.
Oh, really?
We're trying to get ratings.
Okay.
You just go by the script.
Okay.
You're not
What
getting
about
ratings.
did he not like it when his pants got wet?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably. That might have been the mistake.
He liked the squirt, but you could have aimed the squirt better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, is Bo getting too deep? Is that a big enough pocket for him to slide up a little bit? He looked off in the second half
But to
also.
be fair to Bo, then, if this offensive line was as much of a horror show as you say it was, Pop Warner-esque, I can understand why as a quarterback
Let's going back.
You might be a little bit rattled out there.
Going back and looking at it, Bo was way down on the list of the issues that we had. Is that fair, Stoke?
Yeah. But there was some concern there for me.
Sure.
After watching the second half, I didn't like that, but I wasn't overly concerned, but it's something to follow.
By the way, I know you weren't trying to get me in O'Reilly on this one. Because,
no, I wasn't.
I wasn't even worried about this
yes.
one. But as a lot of people pointed out, Picasso did not do the Sistine Chapel. That was. Come on, guys. Who was it?
Well, you said he didn't say
right.
You trying to get us?
Really? Right.
Yeah, Stoke didn't say the Sistine Chapel.
I
he said the
Mona Lisa.
Oh, Michelangelo
right.
did the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
Who did the
Mona Lisa.
The Mona Lisa.
Who did the Mona Lisa?
That wasn't Picasso?
That wasn't Picasso.
Well.
Who was it?
Oh, well.
Stink?
Give me a hint.
Columbus?
No.
That's nerd
that
stuff.
was.
I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to go Da
Vinci?
Right? Was it Da Vinci?
Leonardo.
DiCaprio?
Yes!
Was it Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes!
Boom!
We figured it out!
Da Vinci.
Victory!
Wasn't Da Vinci a math guy?
I thought so.
All right, who did the
Einstein.
No, I stayed in his bedroom,
You
though.
did, that's right.
Yes,
Did he have a picture of the Mona Lisa in the bedroom at their hotel?
And scene. All right, great job, Stoke. Great job. That was that was awesome. So Mark will get his crack at what he saw in the offense. I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of similar, maybe with a more colorful language coming from a former offensive lineman. That's all coming up in the next hour. But with all that said, I'm going to tell you why I am in a good, refreshed, upbeat mood when it comes to the Broncos today. That's next.
Do the Broncos need some accountability on offense?
Who's holding Sean accountable? Like I'm being serious. Today, who's sitting down in Sean Payton's office and going, sit down, man. We need to talk. Because if he thinks everybody's going to be all good because they won the football game, sure, that is the most important part. But the way it looked, somebody needs to be holding Sean Payton accountable. Well,
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, not the easiest of financial times right now, made even tougher if you're dealing with the IRS. Might think now isn't the best time to deal with the IRS. Actually, it's the best time. That's because the best time to get the most favorable deal from the IRS is when you are at your worst. Advanced Tax Solutions would like to help you through this difficult, stressful time with free advice and expertise. Advanced Tax Solutions founder Todd Whalen will be hosting a free online workshop on Tuesday, October 21st at 5:30 p.m. that will focus on the options you have if you haven't filed taxes in 3 or more years. Todd Whalen has been passionately fighting for his clients for over 30 years, incredibly qualified and experienced. He knows the IRS playbook better than they do. No second-guessing Todd's play calling, that's for sure. So whether you're facing tax levies, tax debt, back taxes, or any type of tax problem, I urge you to take advantage of this free online workshop Tuesday, October 21st at 5:30. To sign up for this masterclass, visit advancedtaxsolutions.com/thefan or call them at 303-753-6040.
Some things in life should never be trial and error, like do-it-yourself dentistry or messing with your home's electrical wiring. That's where Piper Electric comes in. They've been powering homes with expert electrical service since 1983. From simple fixes to commercial and industrial work. Need an EV charger? They'll plug you in without the sparks. Right now, get $50 off your next service. Call 303-422-9219 before you DIY yourself back into the dark ages. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
Well, heading up to CSU this weekend for homecoming. Got my tailgate spot picked out, putting together plans for the pregame spread. Most definitely will include Daisy Dips. Daisy Ranch and Daisy French Onion, sure to be a hit because they were a hit at the last tailgate. Perfect to pair with wings, veggies, chips, and other snacks and football foods. Daisy Dips are as delicious as a homemade dip. They're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you'd find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Ranch and Daisy French Onion Dips at a grocery store near you.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Chernak from Denver Regenerative Medicine. When it comes to healing, there's no one-size-fits-all. Every patient receives a unique treatment plan designed just for them. We use either your own stem cells or carefully selected donor cells to treat degenerative joints, torn muscles and ligaments, and even back injuries. Our goal is lasting healing without unnecessary surgery. And right now, we're offering 10% off treatments through October. Schedule your free consultation today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey, it's winning season in Colorado, and now your home can score big, too. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is giving 25% off Infinity by Marvin windows. That's a bigger win than competition's small plays. With 0 down, no interest financing, and windows built to last decades, not seasons, you'll be set for the long game. Call 303-794-0490 or visit windowsforyourhome.com. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, your home team for windows that last.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Right. Good morning. Welcome to it as we roll through this Tuesday. What an informative, fired up show this has been thus far, and we'll get to the silver lining in all this in a second. But Stoke just did an awesome job with his Telestrator Tuesday. Mark's going to get his crack at it a little bit later on this hour. If you missed it, please go back and listen to it on the podcast because it was really good. I've never heard you this fired up in talking about what you're watching on film, and you as a receiver just lambasting the play of the offensive line. And so to put this in the context, Stoke, and then ably assisted here by Stink, to put this in the proper context, after a conversation that centered around Sean Payton's play calling, Sean Payton's use of personnel, where do you come down on that? Was what you saw in that second half, was it just awful play calling? Was it asking this offensive line to do too much? Both of you guys showed me a couple of plays that occurred with Miners and Matt Pert, and look, I'm just a fan, but it was obvious to me to see how bad they were on those plays. Were they being asked to do too much? Was it too complicated what they were being asked to do, Stoke?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I put it on the players have got to go out there and do better. Now, can the coaches put them in a better position to do better? That's the question. I was overall just disappointed in the execution by the offensive line. I just thought that was going to be one of the strengths of this group. Obviously, you had one new player in there, and Matt Pert, the left guard. Mark wasn't as high on this offensive line as a lot of national people. I thought they would be better. Same group coming back, and thought they would be better than what we've seen.
A lot of rankings had them top 5, top 2.
Yeah, through 6 games, and to perform like that. Now it's up to the coaches, I think, to look at this group. These offensive coaches say, okay, now how do we help this group as much as possible? Because they're not able to handle what we've done so far. Is it too much? Do we need to simplify things to help this offense, but also the offense? It's not all the line. how do we help them out moving forward? And that's do you take Pert out and put, try Forsythe or Paul Chesky, somebody
you move
else?
Wattenberg over to left guard, puts Forsythe in at center.
Yeah. What do you do here to try to, solve that issue now? We'll see. We'll see what their plan is moving forward, but that was a complete disaster in the second half. Complete disaster.
Complete disaster in the first half.
Well, at least they were able to complete some passes. They had, no yards passing in the third quarter.
Yeah, I completely understand, but it wasn't a whole lot better in the first half.
Well,
they put a drive together.
Me feel better.
No, they put a drive together. The very first, like you would think that you would be prepared as an organization. You would be prepared on your very first drive. You would think that would, you're coming out of the locker room. You've been in London the whole week. You're coming off of, several really good drives that you put together against the Philadelphia Eagles. As Mike said, it was a generational game.
Not going to let that go.
The biggest win in regular season Broncos history.
Okay, first of all, I didn't say that. I said the biggest one since 2015. Yes, I'll still stand by that one.
Generational win.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming out of the locker room. You've already discussed your first 15, and you bust on the very first play of the game. The very first play of the game is a bust. The second play of the game is horrendous technique. The third play of the game is a 3-and-out and a fumble. What are we doing?
Okay. What do we do about it? Okay. More specifically, do you want to
simplify it?
What
do we
Sean
change
do?
Pert? What do you do? What do we do?
Pert can never play again.
No.
No.
Maybe just try him again. It was his first start.
He has started with the Giants. He's been inside. He's been outside.
So he has played inside before.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Well. Never mind. Then.
I've done plenty of Giants games where he.
Who would you put there?
Well, I told you I'd put Palczewski or Palcho or whatever you call him. I'd put him in at guard and say, hey, forget about we'll find somebody else to play the tight end position.
Oh, but the fans love it. They need T-shirts and everything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What are we going to do with the T-shirts?
Right, we're going to send them to the third world country. Palcho T-shirts. You can have kids walking all around some country with Palcho T-shirts on. Just ship those things out.
Yeah.
Ship them, get the tax write-off.
Yeah.
Ship them out, get the write-off, and move forward.
Those things are going to be like a collector's item.
They can wear those one day and then wear their Kansas City Chiefs 2024 Super Bowl champion
That's right.
T-shirts the next day.
They're set.
Yeah, that's right. We got 2 days of the week covered. We got them covered.
Palcho left guard.
I put Palcho in left guard. Yes,
and I think. Go ahead.
No, I would just say, hey, either get out of your 2 tight end formation, use a 3 tight end formation, or when you get into that 13 heavy or whatever you want to call it, put another tight end in there.
Yeah.
Do somebody.
No, we're not putting another tight end in there. Our first 2 can't block very well, so we'll put in what is Malcolm Roach doing? Just put in Malcolm Roach. Put in a big guy. I don't care. DJ Jones, let's go. I see Alabama. We were watching that. They're putting this big heavy in the running back. So,
Proctor.
8. Go ahead.
Yeah. Proctor. He's like 360. He must have 8 gambled.
Okay, there you go.
He's just Proctor.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, he was starting.
Y'all were laughing about that earlier, but I had put on my headset, so I didn't know. That was actually funny, Mark.
Yeah, see,
every once a week.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give you. I'm a clap when you actually say something funny.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Thank you.
So
wait, my turn.
Yeah, no, I got follow up.
Yeah. Because I have a thought I'll forget, so I didn't mean to be rude.
No, please.
The other thing that I see with Bo, we got some run plays called, and we're running, into the wrong spots. It's like, okay, why let's opposite it, or let's get out of that play call. They get to a point where if we're running to a loaded box, and that's our complaint after the game. Well, they gave us some heavy looks and. They're dropping 8 in the box. Well, guess what? Let's not run right into it. Did we not see it? Did we not know it? Right? So at a certain point, guess what? Omaha, opposite, hands wiggling in the air, right? Run to the away from the drop-down safety or to him if you want, or totally abort. Let's just run all goes, one-on-one coverage, throw it up there. I'd rather do that than run right into, a loaded box.
And that's at the quarterback discretion.
What, Mike? I don't know.
Okay.
How much do they give him? Do they let him audible? Is it okay to audible? Do we not want him? I don't know. I'm not in those meetings. Sean hadn't invited me in there. Just the cryo. We still got to do the cryo first, and then we'll get invited into the meetings.
That's right. You got to get into the cryo.
I know. When we keep winning, everybody's going to be – we got to get the offense playing better so they're in a better mood.
As part of your outstanding Telestrated Tuesday, you made it.
Was that the best one ever that you've ever –
Yes.
Ever?
Yes.
Since the time of doing – ever?
Yes.
Felt good. Yes. I didn't know where it ranks.
Your passion – Your passion and
felt
honestly,
like you loved it.
A couple times I was like telling Ty, like, watch out, he may inadvertently drop one here, which was good. I mean, it was awesome. I didn't want to slow you down because you were really fired up by what you were seeing. I mean, you said you were disgusted. Like the second half was disgusting.
So that was the best one in my time here, or since you've been doing Telestrator Tuesday.
Maybe since we've been doing Telestrator Tuesday.
Yeah. Felt like it was because you got excited.
I found it riveting.
Okay.
That's the word I want to use. I was riveted.
The other thing, he was riveted, and then he was really excited because he looks up to you. He thinks very highly of you, and because you didn't write him back, he was like a scolded child, right? He was like still didn't write me back, and I feel kind of bad about it.
This is sad. I wanted him to feel better about me. So bothering. But you said something interesting, both of you. Please take this on because we heard both Sean, we heard Bo specifically said it without really being asked. Well, we saw a lot of loaded boxes in the second half. But you said those loaded boxes were brought on by the Broncos. The Broncos put out a look offensively that the Jets countered with a loaded box. This wasn't, we're powerless. We come up to the line of scrimmage, and there's a loaded box staring at us.
Right.
Broncos brought it on. They said, we're ready for it.
Yeah. So when you go big personnel, when you go heavy, fullback, extra tight end, Paul Chesky comes in, you bring another offensive lineman, and what do you think? They're going to play nickel? We're going to play cover two? No. They're going to have 8-9 guys in the box, especially against the Broncos. Say, okay, y'all beat us. And that's what they did. So don't be surprised. So what happens? What should you do? Well, let's throw the ball. And they ended up doing it one time. That's when Ingram ran a corner route and caught the ball above his head for a nice catch. First down. But, all right, we got to adjust. And whenever we tried to spread them out, guess what they did? Oh, they played cover two. Okay. We just need to adjust a little bit. And so that is on coaching. Figure out what they're doing against your personnel groupings and then counter it. So, maybe they didn't do a good enough job of that. And I did see one run play where you had a good look to McLaughlin. You had the look that you wanted. It wasn't a loaded box, but it still went nowhere. So I understand. It's frustrating. I mean, that was a frustrating second half.
Terrible second half. It was a terrible first half. It was lack of execution, lack of understanding, lack of everything. And to Stokes' point, and he's fair, to call it a loaded box, well, when you're playing eye right or eye left with a tight end, a fullback, Prentice, and a tailback, you're going to get? You're going to get big people in, and they're going to roll a safety down. Even if they don't roll them down initially, they're going to roll them down late, and they're going to play some type of single high, cover one or cover three.
So I know that some of you like to refer to this show as Sean-sponsored radio. So
that's what we were getting yesterday.
Yeah, we were getting that.
To Mark and I.
So let me ask you this. I don't think Sean's dumb. I think Sean sees the same things on film that you guys saw. I think he saw it as it was going on during the course of the game. How much of the play calling that we saw, how much of the complaints about the play calling that we heard after the game, how much of it do you think was brought on by he saw what you guys saw And that was the offensive line getting crushed. And he just figured, with the way my offensive line is playing and the way my defense is playing, I'm going vanilla. I'm going conservative.
I think there was a point in the second half where there was a, like, how are we going to win this game? And essentially the only way we're going to lose this game is if, strip sack, fumble, return for a touchdown, throw it out to the flat, gets returned for the touchdown, interception. Like, the only way we're losing this game is if we lose it on the offensive side of the ball. If we make a critical turnover, and the way we're playing right now, I just felt like Jim Mora. We ain't executing diddly poo or whatever it was.
Diddly squat.
So, it is. There are so many nuanced technique things that across the board, Mike. And again, it's not just picking on the O-line. It's not just it's across the board. It was, to call it pathetic is it's an insult to pathetic things.
Look, this is your most experienced part of your football team. It's your highest paid part of your football team. This is supposed to be the most reliable part of your football team in the offensive line. If ever there was a group that you could probably put more on their plate because of their experience and what they're getting paid, it would be this offensive line. So you can't all of a sudden just come up with a brand new offensive line here midway through the season. Do you need to demote, fire the offensive line coach? I mean, what do you do? Because
they ain't doing that.
This was the Jets. This was a defense that was giving up 32 points per game. They're going to see much tougher defenses starting on Sunday against the Giants. So what do you do?
You say that, and I know it's the Jets and it's an organizational deal, but Will McDonald is a talented edge rusher. Jermaine Johnson is a talented edge rusher. Quinnen Williams is an unbelievable talented player. Harrison Phillips has been a solid run defender, really good player. Sherwood, the middle linebacker, is a really good player. Sauce Gardner is a really good player. They've got really good players. Now, they haven't put it all together as a defense, but from an individual perspective, Mike, they're really good, and they, like I told you, they got after us. And that's one of the more disappointing things. Okay, so technique-wise, we're bad, and this is bad, and it's not good. But I get all that stuff. We got out-hit. Dramatically out-hit. And sometimes one of the biggest things is, how do you respond to adversity? When the bully comes out, and they bullied us, and punches you in the nose, how do you respond? And the response was not good. Thank you, sir. May I have another? We just got ramshackled. One after the other. Like it was Rocky. Throw the damn towel! Throw the damn towel! And you did, as an offense, it was like, well, we ain't blocking anybody. So let's go win this thing on defense.
Like, Stoke, you showed me the one that led to the safety. And by the way, the announcers, Rich Eisen had a tough day. That was not on Bulls. It was on Miners, okay, the safety. And you showed me the play, and hey, I'm just a novice here. I'm just a football fan. And it was so obvious. He wasn't surprised. It wasn't like he didn't see the guy coming. He was in position. His head was turned.
Right.
He saw the guy that he was supposed to block. He literally got blown off his heels. He literally got trucked. Like you said, he got thrown out of the club.
I can honestly tell you.
He got
And that wasn't, by the way, that wasn't holding. That was such a unbelievably dramatic ass whooping that the ref was like, he had no choice. He's like, I've never seen that before. That was dying cockroach. I hope somebody trips over my flailing legs as my back rolls across the turf. That is one of those, I can honestly tell you, I played this game for 12 years. I have never in my life has anybody ever, I defy you to go look at the film. Trucked me like he got trucked on the line of scrimmage. And that, I believe it was Clemens, ran him over. I mean, it was like, that was like a semi-truck going 60 miles an hour on a parked Yugo. I mean, that's what it looked like.
What's the do you get like negative boo rating points?
Yeah.
Is that just like how would that work in your boo rating, your offensive line?
Yeah, that would have been 0-2. So you get 2 points. You get one for knowing what to do, one for doing it and executing it. So it'd be 0-2. So you're already down 2 points, and then it would have been probably a -10. Like, that's the worst play. Yeah, that's the worst play I've ever seen. You should, like, oof. Man.
I'm looking at overthecap.com right now among right guards in the NFL. Quinn Miners is the 5th highest paid right guard in the NFL.
I just can't, like I said, I watched some clips on him. I hadn't paid that much attention to him. I mean, he's supposed to be one of the best guards in the league. I hope he just played bad. But it was like, wow.
Well, Mike Klis did tell us that Quinn told him that he was severely jet lagged on Tuesday and Wednesday.
What? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
I don't even understand it.
I don't know.
That's Tuesday or Wednesday.
Pass it along.
Did they play Thursday?
No.
Did they play Friday?
Did they play on Tuesday?
No.
Did they play on Wednesday?
I think they played Sunday. Was it still Sunday in London, or was it
Tuesday
or Wednesday in London?
Hey,
I don't know the time difference.
Don't get on me. I'm just looking for explanations.
Jet lag. I mean, come on.
Severely jet lagged. You know who wasn't? Clemens.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the opposite of being jet lagged? He was jet armed. Like he was
jet packed.
Jet packed.
Yeah.
That's right. He had a rocket up his can.
Yeah. I've heard all the complaints about the play calling and it's too complicated and all that. I don't know. To these eyes, that was as simple mano a mano as it gets in football, and he got his butt whooped, and it led to a safety.
Yeah, and I think look, some of it you can help as much as possible with the play calling, I guess, with your adjustments to what they're doing against your personnel groupings, and go with the one you like a little bit more. Whichever one you like early on, try them out, see what you like. See whenever we go big, they go with this, so let's go a little bit more heavy early. Or when we go 3 wides, they give us, shell coverage. Okay, let's go with that a little bit more. But get in more of a flow of a game because what you're doing right now isn't working. And, to your point, you talk about, well, play caller, what do you do in the second half? I mean, yeah, I think you have to adjust to the game to a certain degree where, hey, this is going to be a low-scoring game. Our defense is playing great. Their offense stinks. Let's just not screw it up offensively. Yeah. So I think there is something to that as a play caller. But, that wasn't that. That's why that wasn't why it was so bad. I mean, you talk about just poor execution by the Broncos offense. That's what it was.
And I'm not letting Sean Payton off the hook. I just feel like what I heard a lot of Sunday and yesterday was letting the players off the hook. And it's like these guys are just wind-up drones who simply go out and do the coach's bidding. You're talking about Quinn Miners is the 5th highest paid player in the entire NFL at his position. How about we put the onus and the demands and the accountability on him to go out and do his job? Instead of just saying, well, he wasn't, the play calling is this, and this guy isn't coaching this right, and this. How about we just at some point demand that the pro, who's highly paid, go do his job? And listening to the two of you today, it sounds like the one part of this football team that's actually paid the most stunk
Terrible.
On Sunday.
Yeah, 25 plays in the second half pretty much, without the couple kneel downs. And so if you think about it, Miners has 4 or 5 bad plays. Pert has 4 or 5 bad plays. Then you mix in one with Bowles and McGlinchey, and then Troutman, doesn't get a block. And then the running back, all of a sudden you're at 15, 18 plays of those 25 are just disasters.
Yeah, you cannot overcome, especially when it's everybody, but it's, 2 guys on this play got whooped. 2 guys on that play got whooped. 3 guys on that play got whooped. 2 guys on that play got whooped. I mean, eventually, you know what? You're always in second down and 10, second down and 11. And then you're like, well, we can't drop back pass. We can't hold up. We can't run another bubble screen. Well, then all of a sudden, the guy who's supposed to be blocking the bubble screen at the point, one of your wide receivers, Pat Bryant, just gets whooped. He's shoved into the backfield. Then what? Now what do we do?
I wonder if we should have a padded practice this week. Are they allowed to do that in this kinder, softer, gentler NFL?
You know what we need to do? We just need to get a psychologist and come over there and see how everybody's feelings are. That's what we need to do. See how everybody's feelings are.
We've beat up the Broncos offensive line pretty good over the last
They feel
couple
like
segments.
Mark did in 1996.
Yes.
You know, like, oh, you talk about, did y'all have a psychologist then? You know, when Alex Gibbs ripped y'all and y'all said, we're not talking to him anymore.
Listen.
Oh, my goodness. I never thought that y'all, right, Evans?
Soft. How soft.
Really?
You guys
You
literally.
should have never shared that story, by the way.
Said, you know what?
We
taped off our lockers and said, Alex can't come in this tape zone.
This is a safe space. You're not allowed in here.
Safe space. You talk to us mean.
You guys keep talking because you know what happened. You know what happened, Stoke.
Oh, my
You know what happened?
What?
Next year, we went on to win a world championship.
Yeah, did y'all thank him for making
Well,
y'all
had nothing to-
tougher?
had
Yes,
nothing
he
to do
did.
with him.
He toughened y'all up.
No.
Because
You know
y'all
what
were
we did?
soft.
You know what we did? We showed who was in charge.
Yeah, iron sharp. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Showed him
yeah.
who was in charge.
Yeah. Once we took the tape off the locker room floor, we showed who was in charge.
Good for you, bud.
All right. We're beating up the Broncos pretty good, the Broncos offense, even though they deserve it. There is a silver lining to all this, and I'll tell you what it is next.
Did the Broncos defense just send a message to the rest of the NFL?
The defense was special. And this is what I thought we would see from the defense. I thought they had a chance to be special, and they showed it yesterday. They're sitting at 4-2. I'm not going to be too negative here. Broncos got to win, and that defense was special.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, it's always important to treat yourself to something special. How about a full head of hair to show off and impress friends and relatives in time for the upcoming holidays? It can happen with Advanced Hair Restoration. It's a simple one-day hair loss solution that's guaranteed to regrow your own natural hair. It works, I know, because it worked for me. 20 years ago, had this done with legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls, the same legend, who along with her all-star team will do your hair. I was recently going through some older pictures. The before and afters, so obvious. Receding hairline, thinning hair, that expanding bald spot. Advanced Hair Restoration begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed. You choose how much and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Hey guys, you feel your energy slipping away, losing what makes you you? It could be low testosterone. Take action now. Synergetics and Low T Center can help reclaim your energy with a quick and simple free T-test. Visit a local Synergetics Low T Center and receive pharmaceutical-grade testosterone never compounded like other clinics. Experienced providers increase your testosterone to the level that's right for you. Treatment is covered by most major insurance, and affordable self-pay options are available. Book your free T-test at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together, like a heat pump. the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money on a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. That's a lot to get pumped about, all in one package.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Hey, Brandon Stokley here. Colorado Joint Replacement is part of Advent Health, one of the nation's largest healthcare providers. They offer innovative hip and knee replacement surgery with expert, compassionate care. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
Candy shaming. I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. Gross.
Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans Big Board of BS.
No way.
In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girl.
All right, been a great show. Very, very informative. And it's why I love having my guys here, Stoke and Stink, breaking it all down, looking at the
I just
film.
want you to know actually how it works.
Mark's trying to educate me on.
What are you guys doing?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to educate.
No, he's trying to hey, Stokley, I don't know if you know this, but I worked in the media and radio for a lot longer than you, so this is why they do that.
Stokely's just complaining about stuff. He just doesn't understand how it works.
What are you
so I was
doing?
just trying to help him.
I mean, I don't mind you guys.
Then he gets mad. Then he's all over there like all cranky.
Oh,
you know what? You need a bagel. You need to get your
I
bagel.
had a bagel.
You know what?
No,
You're
I
hangry.
haven't.
You're not mad at me. You're mad at your belly's mad.
You're hangry.
You're hangry.
You're
I need a
hangry.
Snickers.
You're hangry.
I need a Snickers.
Yeah, you need. Yeah,
This is what happens.
Yes.
Hey,
When
maybe you know what? Instead of a Snickers, we could get an immaculate baby Ruth. Maybe we could just have one
I got
appear.
one of those.
Let me try to will
Evans?
it. Let me try to will it into existence.
Just look in your
I'm
bag.
good at that.
Maybe it's in your bag.
It could be.
It could be in your bag.
It could be. Magically, it could appear.
But this is funny, Mark. So me and you are going back and forth, and we come into the segment, and we just kind of hijacking it. Evans is like, "What's going on over here?" So all of a sudden, Evans wants it to be like he wants to do his job and do it properly and be a host and run the show the right way. Just out of the blue.
Well,
now all of a sudden you want to do that?
I did. You guys can handle the analogy. I kind of both let you off your leash the last hour, okay? And it was great. It was awesome. I mean, I was just sitting here. I'm like, I feel like the luckiest guy in the world. I mean, I'm getting to listen to two football guys break it all down. And as a football fan, being able to also look at the game film and have you guys explain it all. And by the way, for a novice like myself, it is so painfully obvious to see how bad the offensive line was. And it wasn't that things were too complicated or they were being asked to do too much. These were highly paid professionals getting their butts whooped. And I'm so glad that you guys have broken it down as opposed to all the armchair quarterbacks out there who didn't play the game, who just want to pin it all on Sean Payton.
Who's that? Who are you talking about? Go up. Don't tell us.
I don't want to put their business out on the street.
Who is it?
Are you talking about the guys that come on after us?
Tune in at 10. Man, I'll tell you what. If I'm a Denver Broncos offensive player right now, I owe Josh Dover a steak dinner. Because, man, if I could only have somebody who could be as loyal to me as Josh was to the offensive players yesterday and pinning literally everything on Sean Payton. I mean, maybe you guys can
you know the feeling of the fake wife. She's so loyal to you. She's so good to you.
She's so good.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe maybe after, I don't know, maybe in one of the breaks you guys can stick around for a few extra minutes and show Josh maybe 4 or 5 plays to maybe get him to change his mind.
Bravo.
Listen, 4 or 5 plays wouldn't have fixed what was going on Sunday. I mean, there are 4 or 5 mistakes on every play.
Just please, just for all the Sean haters, just bring them in there and just show them some of this offensive line play.
Give them a chance to change their opinion. You still have to hold Sean accountable.
Well, I guess you do.
Right, you have to hold the offensive staff accountable because if you're either coaching it or allowing it to happen.
I agree with that. But when this is your most experienced, highly paid part of your football team, what do you do?
Oh, well, I know one thing you do.
What?
You simple it down. And I'll go back to what Stoke always says. It's small up and simple down. Listen, man, you can't run. Obviously, they can't handle, and I've been saying this for a while. This is not new. That offense is like the menu at Cheesecake Factory. I walk into Cheesecake Factory, I am automatically overwhelmed. Like they give you it literally, it's like they hand you the Bible of the food Bible, and you got so many options that you almost seize up. I'm seized up.
I completely agree with Stoke that he has to simplify the personnel packages and all of that. But what you guys are showing me, especially on that play with the safety, it wasn't complicated.
No,
that was just a guy, a highly paid professional, getting his butt whooped. How about we put the accountability, in this case on Quinn Miners, do your damn job.
100%.
Okay, then.
That one, but you're picking out one play when every play, Mike, every single play. Find one thing. And, I've said this a million times. This is like Curly from City Slickers. Stokley, you need to watch it.
No. You ever heard this one?
Just go with me. All right?
Jack Palance.
Curly is an old cowboy.
Yeah.
And he says.
Is this a long story?
No. He says
Okay,
the secret to life is one thing. He holds up his finger, then he dies. Right?
Oh.
But the secret of do you want to be better? Find one thing that you can do. One thing that you can do well, that you can execute every single time, regardless of the defense they give you, regardless of where the players are, that you know the rules to, and say, that's where we're going to live until we get better.
And you're going to be doing your Telestrator Tuesday, and so I anticipate some of this stuff coming up. But you also laid out very clearly, both of you, that there were plenty of examples where guys just got beat, just got outplayed.
Just got whooped.
And I am all for making Sean and the coaching staff accountable, and I do think he needs to simplify things. I think that he needs to realize he doesn't have Drew Brees at quarterback. He has a second-year quarterback who he thinks that someday could be Drew Brees, but Bo ain't at that level yet. This offense, a lot of young receivers out there, aren't at this level yet. Apparently, this offensive line is overrated, so it probably needs to be simplified there. He's a guy who wants everybody to be able to figure out calculus, and all they're capable of doing right now is addition and subtraction. So he needs to be better that way. But you can hold Sean accountable, but darn it, you gotta hold some of these players accountable. And I don't understand. Well, I do understand. I do know why so many people don't want to hold the players accountable, because of exactly this conversation we're having. We're talking about the offensive line made up of a bunch of highly paid veterans, and you can't go out and just exchange and come up with a brand new offensive line for next week. So what's easier? Well, it's got to be the coach's fault. Well, I'm telling you, film don't lie. These guys who were paid, Quinn Miners, 5th highest paid right guard in the NFL, was terrible. Even I can see that. Was terrible.
Well, it goes regular math, like addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
Then do you go geometry? Then algebra, or do you go algebra, then geometry? And then is it calculus and trig?
Well, I did Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. Did you guys do two algebras?
Algebra 1 and Algebra 2.
Did that come after Geometry, or did it go Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2?
And then,
I think it was Geometry, then Algebras.
When was Geology?
No.
Geology.
Algebra 1, 2.
What's after stats and calculus?
What's after algebra, though? Algebra 2. Then does it go to calculus and then goes to trigonometry?
I got one thing to say, though, before Mark does his Telestrator.
I tapped out after Algebra 2. I tapped out.
I got one thing to say about the offense and Sean and eventually, like, what do you have to, like, who shares the blame here? Where's the blame at? And it's up to the coaches to try to figure out something here. And to Mark's point, like, what are your staples? Okay, what are your staples? We had staples when I was with the Colts. We had our plays. We're going to run double under on the two outside guys. Marvin goes up 5 yards, comes in. I go up 5 yards, come in. The tight end goes up 12, 14, runs in. And then you have a bunch of stuff you do off of it. Sometimes he'll go up 5 yards. I'll do a 10-yard out route, things like that. But we had staples. We're running that every game. Yeah. Every game.
Who's your quarterback?
Every game we're running that. I had Jim Sargi. I had Jay Cutler for a little bit. Had this other guy, Payton. I forgot his last name, but he was pretty good too. But those were our staples. We're still running those every game. So you got to Mark's point, you got to have some staples that are just your go-tos. So I don't know anything about the run game. Never paid attention. Didn't care. Just know I got to block a safety or a cornerback. But what are your staples in the run game? Well, you just go back to them. In the passing game, you got to have a few, and that's what you always worked on. First day of training camp, that's what you install. First day of off season, that's what you install. And that's your base. That's what you work on every single week. And you're always going to have those in the game plan no matter what.
Telestrator Tuesday with Stink coming up next.
Do the Broncos' struggles on offense come down to play calling or execution?
What would you have liked him to call? What in your mind would have been plays that they could execute? Because if they're shutting down your run and they're going to commit all those guys to the box and saying you're not going to run it against us, then at what point do you look at your quarterback and say, dude, you got to play better?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, a leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions that are open for bidding right now that are ending this week. Got one today, and they got 2 o'clock with over 380 items in it. Don't worry, you still have time. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. A former Boston Market headquarters auction will be ending today at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's got rotisseries, ovens, ranges, reach-in refrigerators, sandwich prep, ice machines, walk-in refrigerators, IT equipment, office furniture, and so much more. And then at 2 o'clock. And then tomorrow, we got a City of Longmont street sweeper and equipment auction that will be ending. This is a real cool auction. Got a few street sweepers. Need one of those in my neighborhood in the Rock. Got a mini excavator. How about a ride-on roller? Doing a lot of road work around town. Hey, pick you up a ride-on roller there. This is what I love about Roller Auction. It's always got unique, cool items you're not going to find anywhere else, and you're going to get great deals on them. Go see it all. And get yourself one of those great deals at rollerauction.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Happy holidays, Colorado.
Dave, come on. Isn't that a little early?
No. Who wants to wait for savings? No one. Lock in our below-market 4.75 5-year fixed 5.81 APR.
Wait, you have a 4.75% rate fixed for 5 years?
Yes, and it comes with our lowest rate for life program. Our trademark lowest rate for life program allows you to lock in savings today, and if the market does improve after you close, even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. And there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. This is the best program in the industry. Plus, our holiday bonus, no payments until January of 26, and access up to $15,000 cash benefits just in time for the holidays. Call us now at 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Tallis Raider Tuesday, presented by Colorado Credit Union.
John Elway, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross, and remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses, then you jump up on those crosses, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Before I hand it over to Stink and sit back and enjoy, I do want to offer this public apology to the Broncos defense. I truly want to apologize because you guys went out and put up one of the best single-game performances in Broncos history. And yet, all anybody can talk about the offense, the only thing I can offer as a mea culpa is that, hey, we're a football society that's consumed with offense, and unfortunately, defense sometimes has to take a back seat, and that is the case today. Take it away, Stink.
All right, so right off the bat, let's just talk about how this game opened up. So you're in London. You were there all week, right? So didn't you leave like after you played Philadelphia?
Yep.
You just jump right on the plane, you left, and you went to London. So you had the whole week. Jet lag aside, you got to work on things. So we open up the very first play of the game. They are in a I formation with the fullback. They motion the I formation. They motion the fullback to the left-hand side. The linebackers kick, which always happens. We talk about motion and the adjustment the defense gets to make with motion. The linebackers kick by about a yard, and all of a sudden, because the linebacker moved, he's like, I don't know who to block. So the guy on the front side moves a yard. Pert just lets him go. So now he's running around making tackling practice. Then he turns back to the backside, and that guy runs between him and Miners, who's required or assigned to block that guy. So he splits that. Now all of a sudden the receiver on that side, instead of blocking the safety, has to turn and try to pick up the Mike backer who Pert just let go, and the whole thing gets blown up and nobody actually gets blocked. That's play number one. Right out of the gate, play number one, we don't know who to block because, God forbid, we motion a fullback out of the backfield and the linebackers move 8 inches. Well, if the guy moves 8 inches, it was like they had the cloak of invisibility on from Harry Potter. Does a guy move and all of a sudden become invisible? Like, I don't understand. Oh, but you know what? Now we go to play two. All right, play two. We run a weak side run. We got a center guard combination to the Mike backer. This is a situation where this could be a house call on number two. But Quinn Miners is so eager, so eager to get to the second level that he barely taps the nose guard, Harrison Phillips, and he climbs to the second level, and therefore Wattenberg can't actually secure the nose guard, and so now the back can't cut behind it because the nose guard's right there. If he cuts behind it, the back edge is so completely sealed that you're one-on-one with a safety. And you know what we used to say? A running back, one-on-one with a safety. If he gets tackled in the open field, then we need a new running back. That's play number two. Okay?
So wait, just real quick, I'll ask you a question on that, if that's okay. I know you got a lot.
Yeah.
Is that more, you said it's more on Miners than Wattenberg?
Yes.
Wattenberg's got to do a better job also.
Block the line of scrimmage first. Why are you in such a hurry?
It looked like he gave him a good shove.
He gave him a shot, but you don't have to climb that fast. This is a Miners.
A little bit more patient at the line of scrimmage.
Be patient at the line of scrimmage so your center can secure the block. Harrison Phillips, the linebacker's 4 yards off the ball, Stoke. We'll get to him. As a matter of fact, if you stay on the line of scrimmage, you know what he's going to do? He's going to come to us. Don't be in a hurry to get where you're eventually going to be. You're going to be there. Block the LO. If you don't block the line of scrimmage, that's the closest thing to the running back. You've got to block that before you get to the second level. Even if you let the second level go, you're going to have a 4-yard gain.
Big adjustment, little adjustment. I mean, it doesn't seem like that should be a huge adjustment for those guys, right?
Quinn Miners done that his whole career.
Gotcha. Because like you said, I mean, it's a huge gain if they get the nose tackle blocked.
If they get the nose tackle blocked, that thing could be a house call. Second play of the game. All right, third play of the game. What do we got? Our right tackle just gets whooped, right? They throw it out there. Amazing job by the quarterback not to take a sack. Gets it over to, I think it was to Franklin, and Franklin fumbles. So that's how you start. You've worked the entirety of the week. As a matter of fact, you have a first 15 walkthrough on Saturday before you take the field. First 15 walkthrough on Saturday before you take the field. First play, you don't know who to block? How? Listen, man, that's not on the coaches. That part's not on that's on the players. You don't know who to block? Give me a break. All right, we'll just roll down through this, okay? How about this? We go play 7, we go short. Oh, play 7, we get a false start on 79, okay? Play 8, we go short motion. Tight end is outside 2 wide receivers. He motions back in to create a bunch formation. They throw the tight end, number 1, Ingram, a bubble screen, and Bryant gets shoved 4 yards into the backfield by number 29. He is just a one-man wrecking crew. And ultimately, dude, your responsibility is that guy. You're the point of the bunch. You are running a bubble screen. You have got to block that guy. He got a mouthful of Rydell, got shoved into the tight end, and that's a yard. That's a loss, okay? How about play 12, okay? Here we are. We run an ISO, and again, we can't count the number of defenders we have. So we're running an ISO, and we don't know who to block, and we get blown up at the point of attack on an ISO. And you got to get to this. You have to know who to block. How about the holding call? Okay, so we go to play 13, and we get a pressure and a holding call. Left guard gets beat on a linebacker. You're in a combination. You're sliding out to the linebacker. That's the guy you have, right? and you're looking to see if four-leaf clovers are growing in Tottenham. You're like, your head is down on the ground. Your arms are out in the air. If there was a huge wind in Taunton, you'd have been third row of the stands because the wind would have caught your ass and it would have flown you like a kite.
And Tottenham.
Or whatever it is. So you had that. And then we run a screenplay. What do you want to get into a screenplay? This is play number 14. What do you want to get into a screenplay? What would you love to get?
Me.
Yes, you.
You're eager in the front row.
Yes. Me. Blitz. Yes.
100%.
I got it right.
If you get a blitz in a screen game, dude, money. They blitz. Quinn Miners, 44. Their middle linebacker blitzes on a swing screen. Man, that's your guy that you're assigned to. He blitzes on you. What do? You juke him to get out of the way, and you go up and get a guy not assigned to you that another guy's going to, and the guy that you juked on the blitz turns around and makes the tackle for no gain. Dude, just engulf him. Just engulf him. No, but hey, man, great swim move though. We should move you to defense. Great swim move.
All right, hold that. I know you're in full lather and you're just warming up. I don't want to stop you, but we're gonna take a quick break, and then you can, because I know you got a lot to get off your chest. Clearly, Stink needs to vent. He'll do more of that as we continue on with Telestrator Tuesday, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Do the Broncos need some accountability on offense?
Who's holding Sean accountable? Like I'm being serious. Today, who's sitting down in Sean Payton's office and going, sit down, man, we need to talk? Because if he thinks everybody's going to be all good because they won the football game, sure, that is the most important part. But the way it looked, somebody needs to be holding Sean Payton accountable. Well,
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, you feel it, man. Something's just off. You don't have the energy, and it's not just signs of aging, guys. It's your energy slipping away. Could be low testosterone, draining, all the things that make you you. But it doesn't have to be that way. There is a solution. Testosterone replacement therapy at Centergenics and Low T Center. Don't take my word for it. Just ask all the patients who get started. They say that TRT has completely changed their lives, saved their marriage. I'm telling you what, they feel so much better. And I'm telling you, TRT at Centergenics and Low T Center, what it can do for you. First off, it's a free test, right? You go in, you get your free test. Results there on the spot. Makes it so easy, guys. Quit putting it off. Get control of your life. If you're feeling tired, you don't have energy, you don't have sex drive, you don't have all those things, man, they can fix you right now. No questions asked. All you have to do is make an appointment online at trtmvp.com. trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com. You're going to be glad you did.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis here to tell you about my friends at Colorado Credit Union. Great plays start with a solid game plan, and the same goes for home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Colorado Credit Union has the mortgage and home equity options to fit your needs. Ready to make your next big move? Visit ccu.org to learn how Colorado Credit Union can help. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Stokley here from my friends at 5280 Waste Solutions of Denver. Unhappy with your home or business trash and recycling service? Need a temporary dumpster for a project? Call 5280 Waste Solutions at 303-529-2329. Colorado isn't just where they work, it's home. They guarantee swift, on-time pickup for residential and commercial customers. Make the switch and get reliable local service you can count on. Go to 5280waste.com. 5280 Waste Solutions, your hometown brand.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Mike Evans here. Copperhead Plumbing will make sure your plumbing is ready for winter. From drain cleaning, garbage disposals, leaks, water heaters, toilet repairs, and 24/7 emergency plumbing. Cold weather can mean frozen pipes, water heater issues, and small leaks that turn into big problems. So get fast, reliable service before winter hits. Visit CopperheadPlumbingInc.com today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing, keeping your home flowing all winter long.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code for my friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos.
It hovers. It roars. It's landed. See the Marine Corps AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus at Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum. Get tickets at wingsmuseum.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Rolling into our 9 o'clock hour, and I got to say, you know, with all the scrutiny that has been put on the play of the offense, especially in the second half, I can't speak for everybody else. All I can tell you is sitting here, listening to these two, it's been awesome to get an education into what was happening with this offense in the second half. And you know, this isn't a case of me just, sucking up to you guys, because anybody who listens to this show knows I look for every opportunity I can to get my shots in at you guys. So when I tell you that you guys have been awesome, I think that the thing I've loved the most is that I'm getting a glimpse into what made you guys the terrific players you were, because there's a passion, there's a different side of you coming out. There's an intensity coming out from you two as you look at the film that I can tell really bothers you, and I feel like I'm, back with a younger Stokley or a younger Stink watching a game film of your own performances and critiquing it. But Mark,
it would have been black and white if it was Stink's era.
See, that's
We'd have
good.
been watching.
That's what I like.
16.
It'd
It'd have been 16 millimeter, and then it cracks, and then you got to splice it.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah.
So let's continue on because you were already warming up. You're in a full lather. Tell the Story Tuesday, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. I mean, you literally charted every play. I mean, I don't know if I want you to go through every play.
I'm not. Well, I'm not. I mean, I've got every 3x1 formation, motion to 3x1, 2x2, what they were in, how they did it. Like I'm just telling you, you even go down the second in the second half. I mean, you get a combination block on a 4-eye technique on the backside of a run, and and the combination between right guard or left guard and left tackle, your left guard in Pert goes so deep, linebacker just runs right by him. That's who you're assigned to. Runs right by him, makes a tackle in the backfield. And then you got a 3-step drop, and Pert goes up there and just gets hands. It was like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. He waxed off his hands, and the next thing you know, I mean, Bo Nix has got Quinnen Williams in his face. He's got a dirt ball. On a 3-step drop, you gave up a pressure on a 3-step drop. Give me a break. Man, I got so sick watching this film. I got to the point where I was in my kitchen and I got anxiety. Like I got anxiety to the point where it's like if I had to go in the next day to watch this film, I would be sick to my stomach. I would be like, it was like I almost soiled myself. I got to change my underpants. It was so bad consistently. And it was physical mistakes. It was mental mistake after mental mistake after mental mistake, not knowing who we go to, not knowing how to get there. Our combination blocks were absolutely atrocious. Everything. Receivers aren't getting blocks. We're running pin pull stuff. We're not securing the edge with our wide receivers. We're running bubble screens. We're not blocking the point with our bubble screen wide receivers. We're getting our ass kicked on every single play. They're playing harder than we're playing. They're setting the tone. We're not. We're just taking it. We're just receiving it. We're not executing or dispensing any of the justice. We are the ones getting crushed. And then I go back and look. We ran 7 inside zones. We ran 7 outside zones. We ran 6 ISOs. We ran 5 G leads. We ran 4 duo plays. We ran 3 counter variations. We ran 3 powers. We ran a trap. And we ran a myriad of other things on zone reads with our quarterback. How many different run schemes can we run in one single what's that menu I talked about? Cheesecake Factory menu of runs. We don't do any of it well, so let's put more on our plate. Like, if I have one criticism, simple it down. You guys can't execute. You can't. You motion, and one guy moves 8 inches, and you don't know how to block it. Dude, we get into a nickel situation where you've got, in a critical situation, a defensive back in the box. He replaces a linebacker like you're in dime or you're in nickel. He's in the box. He's your responsibility. The receiver can't get to him. Did you block him? No. Instead, we put 3 guys on the middle linebacker, and he's having tackling practice.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
Okay.
And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing, though. That
I'm going to put a bow on all this, but
yeah,
go ahead.
But here's one other thing that kind of bothered me. And, the fact that, we're trying to simplify things. That's what I think we need to try to do, right? Let's find some stuff that we can go to that we know, and we go out there and try to execute. But I look up, and so you see McLaughlin in the game in the third quarter. Like, why? I haven't even seen him in the first half. Why is he in the game now?
I haven't seen him in 5 weeks.
Yeah, and he hasn't played all year. We don't have to play everyone. But to start the game, you know who one of our starting wide receivers was? Take a guess.
Pat Bryant.
Nope.
Sherfield.
Yeah, Sherfield. He was in the game. He was in the game for the first 2 plays. Like, is he one of your best wide receivers?
Is he one of your best blocking wide receivers?
But exactly. But put in someone. He barely plays hardly. And we're going to start the game with him? He doesn't need to play. Like, he doesn't have to play 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. Forget it. Just play special teams right now. Or if you're one of our guys for the game, then you know what? I want to see you play 15, 20 plays, not 3, 4, 5 plays.
All right, both of you. Stink, you go first. Your advice to Sean Payton this week would be what?
Well, it would be my one criticism that I've had over the way we orchestrated, the way he orchestrates an offense. Your menu of runs is there's too many. Obviously, you look at what they've done, the lack of execution, the lack of understanding. Like you can't keep piling more and more on your guys because they don't understand. So that would be, I would say, hey man, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run, these 3 runs. Now we're going to, we'll window dress it a little bit and we'll use different personnel groupings and stuff. But we are not busting on which linebacker we're supposed to go to. The other thing that I would say, and this, I'm a big stickler on this, and this is even consulting with teams. Eventually, guess what the linebackers have to do? They have to trigger. They have to show. They've got to make a decision. They just can't sit 7 yards deep or 5 yards deep and go, hey, I'll let you come to me. They're going to come to you. So block the line of scrimmage first. If you block the line of scrimmage first, the back has somewhere to go, and guess what? Even if that linebacker is never touched, that mosh pit is going to be for a 4 or 5 yard gain as opposed to a 2 yard loss. So those would be my suggestions.
Stoke, your suggestions to Sean.
2 or 3 personnel groups. That's it. Okay, you got 1 3 wide group. I don't need to see 3 different 3 wide groups. Just one. And those are the guys that are going to play in 3 wides. When we go 3 wides, that's it. We got a 2 tight end package. We got a 3 wide package. Okay, and we'll have a big package if we need short yardage situations, but only when we need short yardage situation, and that's it.
Okay,
we don't need any. We're not good enough to do 10 different things. Like, this offense is not even close to being good enough to do 7, 8, have 9 different personnel groupings. We got like 3 wide groups, and some of them with Ingram, some of them with Troutman. No. Ingram's in there on 3 wides. Troutman, you're not. You're in there on 2 tight ends. This is all we're doing. We got 2 or 3. It's pretty simple. Sherfield, you're not playing on offense this week, right? You're not playing. Whoever else. Pat Bryant, you might not play. It's going to be Troy Franklin. It's going to be Cortland, and then Mims or whoever. Or put Pat Bryant in there. Mims, you worry about catching the ball and returning the ball this week. I don't need to see him on offense. I don't have to. It's not that big a deal. So that's it. That's our 3 wides. Franklin, Sutton, Pat Bryant.
By the way,
I'll tell you,
by the way, we don't have time for by the way.
And what I'd love to do, okay, after watching the film as exhaustively as you did, though, that was your message. Those are your messages to Sean. Hold on,
Mark.
Those are your messages to Sean, and you'll get your chance coming up. I'd also like to know if you could address the players on offense and Bo, what your messages to them would be. That's next.
Did the Broncos defense just send a message to the rest of the NFL?
The defense was special. Yeah. And this is what I thought we would see from the defense. I thought they had a chance to be special, and they showed it yesterday. They're sitting at 4-2. I'm not going to be too negative here. Broncos got to win, and that defense was special.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, your boy Stink here. Recently talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me that over this last year, the market's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining, something people haven't seen here in quite some time. So if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it, still get top dollar. My buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. If he can't sell your house on your timeline that you agree upon, plus your price that you agree upon, get this, cut you a check for $5,000. How's he making that offer? Well, because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. So if you have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720 720-900-4433. Call Troy, and you're going to get your house sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433. 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks' complete ventilation cleaning packages scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Delusional confidence.
I'm tougher than Mark.
Strong detective work.
Something was way off with him, like some kind of bad gummy bear or something. I don't know. It was just
Gummy bear.
And personal hygiene.
Holy Moses. Guy's excited about showering.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
You know, I don't know who this texter is, and I appreciate you texting in. I appreciate you listening, but this is a very revealing text because, you know, I got Stoke and Stink, two guys who played the game, who were doing an awesome job breaking down what actually happened with this offense on Sunday, which everybody's been talking about. And this guy says, have we had enough X's and O's psychobabble yet? So, I can always tell who the anti-Sean guys are, you know, because instead of, you know, wanting to know what actually is happening out there, you know, and maybe you got to stretch the brain a little bit to listen and understand it all. But, I mean, this is what's happening out there that you're watching. You'd rather just sit back and be able to feel content and secure that, hey, nothing to see here. It's all Sean's fault.
Yeah, he's not creative enough.
It's all Sean's fault. It's not the player's fault. It's all Sean's fault. And I just want to join the herd mentality of just making it all about that instead of, I don't know. Yeah, make Sean accountable. I am all about making Sean accountable. Absolutely. And Sean is not blameless in this at all. But I am just blown away over the last couple days, the lengths that some people, fans, and in our business on this station have gone to absolve the players of any blame. So both of you gave your message as to what your message would be to Sean. What would be your message to the offensive players on that side of the ball, including Bo?
I would hope. I don't even need to give you a message. If you're not embarrassed for the lack of physicality that you displayed, if you're not embarrassed for the lack of understanding, if you're not embarrassed by just the technique snafus that you saw on film, if you don't watch that film and pray that film gets buried and nobody ever sees it again, then I can't help you. Like, I can't help you because that film is an atrocity. As a player, that film is as bad as anything. I would hope it's the worst film you've ever put out. I want you to look at it and go, man, this is I hope. I played a game my second year, and I ended up getting benched my second year. And I was pissed that I got benched, and I thought the coach is this and the coach is that, and this is BS. And then some of that film came back, and I looked at it critically, and I guarantee you know what I said to myself? Never again. I'll never get benched again. And you know why? Because I looked at that film critically and said, I'm not good enough. I'm not playing good enough. My attention to detail isn't what it needed to be. I started feeling and reading my press clippings that PFF said I was good. I hope that's the effect it has, because that's an embarrassment.
Stoke, your message to the players would be?
Play better.
There you go, right there. Play better. I mean, they got to play better. I mean, what else can you do? You got to go out there and execute. You got to do your job. Do your job and stop making bleep up. Right. I mean, it's
do your job and quit making up.
That's really
the
it.
The more time goes by, the more
yeah.
Genius.
But
genius.
Mark, you got to remember, like in the fine print down there, they were jet lagged.
Oh,
jet
yeah.
lag. We had bad jet lag Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, apparently only the offensive guys were jet lagged.
Exactly.
Defense looked fresh.
Yeah. Do you get reverse jet lag? Maybe it was where you sit on the plane. Maybe the defensive guys were up front and they got to London earlier.
Wow.
Say they got into London about
the
4 seconds before.
Or the defensive guys.
Oh, high knees.
Everybody was knocked out. I was doing high knees.
I think the defensive guys.
Yeah.
You think the defensive guys got a note from Russ on how to get fresh
over to London,
right?
And the offensive guys didn't get the memo.
That's a great.
Well, they're probably still understandably a little bit bitter at Russ. All right, so here's the question. Here's the question, guys. And Stoke, I'll lead with you because you're the one that has been saying since the beginning of last year, simplify things. Less personnel packages. Not everybody has to play. Trent Sherfield, you don't have to play. You're still going to get paid. Jaleel McLaughlin, you don't have to play. You're still going to get paid.
Just because you get a uniform doesn't mean you have to get on the field and play.
Let's start sitting some guys down.
Yeah.
Let's start flat out, benching guys. All right, you don't get to play. Who are those guys?
Well, I'm not putting Sherfield in the game. Who else? McLaughlin's not going in the game. Adam Prentice isn't in the game unless it's third or fourth and short. He doesn't need to be in the game. I'm limited on what I do with Troutman, and so he's limited. I want to see more Ingram. You can't really do much with the offensive line. I mean, I'll take Pert out and try Pozlowski, or I'll try something there. But all the rest of the guys got to stay. You're not benching Miners.
Why not?
Who else are you going to play? Did you see our left guard that got replaced? I mean, holy cow. Now what are we going to do? All right, so you can't. He's better than our backups, even though he's not playing good. You're not benching one of our tackles. So I think really that's all that you can really do. I like Dobbins in there a lot more. I like that. But I don't need to see 3 running backs, okay? Don't need to see that anymore. I only want to see 2. Play those guys. At the most, I'll play 4 receivers. Guess what? In Indy, it was Dallas. No, excuse me. It was Reggie, it was Marvin, and it was Stokley. Nobody was coming in and replacing Stokley. When we go 3 wides, I'm in the game. Troy Walters wasn't replacing me. Aaron Moorhead's not replacing me. John Standiford's not replacing me. Okay?
Pulling names.
This is it.
I don't even know if any of those guys actually.
He might have made them up.
This is it. That's our
What
group.
about Gonzalez? Would he replace you?
No.
What
we
about
weren't
Austin Collie?
No, we weren't on the team together. But when we went too tight, do you think I went in there for Reggie ever? No. It was Dallas and Pollard, 2 tight ends, and Marvin and Reggie. That's it. So it's like you just didn't play. Payton did bench me one time, but that was short-lived, and he realized he erred, and he's still regretting that decision. So I would have gave the bird to Payton. I did give it to him on the sidelines when he did bench me. So
did you cover your hand though first?
Yeah. I turned my back to him, and I just did it.
Yeah, good idea.
But seriously, that's what I would do. Like Sherfield, why does he need? Who's our third one? I would have a package though for Mims. I'll make an exception for Marvin Mims because he has done well with some of the things that we have given him. So, yes, that 4th receiver would be Mims, and I would have certain package with him, and I'd take Pat Bryant out, okay? And then Ingram, him, Troy Franklin, Sutton. I'll have that package. But I don't need to see 10 other offshoots of packages of different with Mims, and now we got Mims with R.J. Harvey and this guy and that guy. No. Don't need all that.
Snake, you crushed the offensive line today. Crushed him. So what would you do? Who sits? What do you do? Do you just make a statement? I mean, maybe in the short term, make a statement and bench somebody like a Miners?
I would. No, I wouldn't bench Miners. I would make sure that we simplified our scheme in the run game and say this is what we're going to lean into, and we're going to become experts at this, and then we can start stacking things on that fit with it. But we're gonna become experts at this, and once we become experts at that, then we can load on. But I'm not running 7-8 different schemes. I'm not running, a gap power versus a counter versus a duo versus an inside trap. Then we're going to go to zone, and then we're going to go to ISO man, and we're going to I'm not doing that. I'm saying, hey man, here's what we're going to run. We're going to run these, inside outside zone. That's what we're going to live in.
And put the onus on the players.
Yeah, and say, hey man, and then clean up. Like a lot of the mistakes happen because footwork, you're all over the place with footwork and just I don't see anything that you do really well consistently. That means you got way too much stuff on the plate of the players.
Okay. That was a very honest assessment of what's going on and why that offense that we all watched on Sunday looks so horrible. And you're not going to get a better breakdown anywhere in this town than what you just heard over the last hour or so. Up next, though, there is good news. There is good news, and there is a reason to feel really, really optimistic moving forward. I'll tell you what it is next.
Do the Broncos' struggles on offense come down to play calling or execution?
What would you have liked him to call? What in your mind would have been plays that they could execute? Because if they're shutting down your run and they're going to commit all those guys to the box and saying you're not going to run it against us, then at what point do you look at your quarterback and say, dude, you got to play better?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, you live with back pain, neck pain, worried about need surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? My guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best news. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. That's right. They're a phone call away. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One, complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. And their board-certified physician's going to educate you on what's going on, point it out on the picture, show you why you're in pain, and then give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, I had checked out of life, man. My back was bothering me so bad. I had so much pain. I couldn't sleep through the night. And forget about playing golf or going to the gym. That was just a non-starter. Couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was sleeping through the night. I was back in the gym. I was playing golf again, and I owe it all. They gave me my life back. They can do it for you as well. Don't live that way any longer. Start your journey today. Call them 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or find them online at spine1.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Is your energy slipping away, losing your edge? It could be low testosterone. Take action. Synergenics and Low T Center offer a quick, free T-test. Get pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, never compounded, personalized by experts just for you. Most insurance covers it. The best you is waiting at trtmvp.com.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Food critiques.
I love chicken. I hate chicken salad.
What?
If you put chicken salad in front of me, I'd gag.
Hard-hitting analysis.
I took an Ambien on accident before practice, and that's what he looked like out there.
And some constructive criticism.
Reminded me of the show that Mike had yesterday. Just a little off, not completely there. You were like, Mike, are you going to take control of this show? Like, how many times did you have to say that yesterday?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I can only imagine how you're going to react to this one, Stink. But we've gotten several texts from listeners saying, geez, guys, stop being so hard. Stop bashing the offense. We're 4-2. Sky's not falling. I'm paraphrasing, but we've gotten a bunch of those. And my response would be, I get it. You've watched a lot of bad football. And a 4-2 record right now seems like, man, that is a life raft I will cling to. That feels good. 4-2 feels good. And compared to what you've watched the last several years, I get it. But come on, what's the standard around here? What's your expectation? Do you just want to be good? Do you just want to be competitive? Do you just want to be competent? You know, do you just want to be able to say, hey, we're 4-2, we're 6-4, we're 8-6, we're 9? I mean, at some point, you know, I want this to get to the next level. I want to graduate to the next level. Well, and the stuff that you guys are talking about and the issues facing this offense and the responsibility that Sean has and the responsibility the players have, this is what has to be addressed and put out there so we can get to that next level.
Yeah, how are you going to feel? Let me ask the same texters, hey, you guys are being hard and this is not fun, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Let me ask you this. How are you going to feel when they get into the playoffs and Buffalo beats them 31-7? Because this is what gets you beat when you play good teams. Like if they played a good team in London and they played like that, they'd have gotten throttled. Well, and listen, as good as the defense was, and it was outstanding. You play against a good quarterback, Justin Fields is awful. So you play a good quarterback, you would have gotten beaten by 2 touchdowns in London. You play that way. Then how do you feel after, hey, if we go all the way to the playoffs, we're 11-6, and this is great, right? And you get in the playoffs, and Pittsburgh or Buffalo or whoever else is in the Indianapolis Colts whip your butt in the playoffs, how are you going to feel?
You want an answer to that?
Yeah.
For those people that we're hearing from, they'd be okay with it. Because, again, for what they've been forced to watch over the last several years,
so
this right now is okay. They're
okay
with that.
You guys have no expectations. Like, we got to the playoffs last year. My expectations is to knock the door down now. Not, hey, let's just get to the playoffs again.
I don't think everybody feels that way.
Well, then
Well, how about just be a competent offense? How about that? I'm not even, really worried about the playoff stuff right now. I just want to see competent offense, an offensive line that knows what they're doing. Guys, I think that can go out there and execute. That's really it right now. It's not going to always be perfect, but man, that was really bad. And if that here's the problem though, and here's why. And overall, you're 4-2. Look, and you just won, 2 in a row on the road. There's a lot of defenses playing like, the 2015 team. But offensively, if you don't fix some of this stuff, you're not going anywhere. You start looking at these games where, we got the Giants this week. Huh? You're going to be playing these close games where the next quarterback that you play, not going to just sit there and take 9 sacks, to Mark's point, right? So you're probably going to start losing these games because you're playing better teams. So that's the problem here moving forward is your offense has got to figure out what it needs to do to perform at a basic elementary level. And if they do, now you got a chance to do something special here, folks.
Here's the good news.
This is a great thing, right? There's a lot of positives here.
Here's the good news. And while freely admitting there is a lot that needs to be fixed, and these guys pointed it out and highlighted it, if they want to be able to eventually get to be an elite team. But here's the good news. We wake up on this Tuesday morning, October 14th, and your division leaders in the AFC are New England, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and the Chargers. No Chiefs, no Ravens, no Bills, none of those teams. Those are the teams that are leading their divisions right now. What does that tell me? That tells me this is an incredibly even, flawed AFC. And you're right there in the midst of it. Now, you got a lot to fix if you want to be able to climb to the top of this group. But the good news is, yeah, the Broncos are flawed, but guess what? Every other team in that conference is flawed. You buying the Patriots at 4-2? I'm not. You buying the Steelers at 4-1? I'm not. I mean, you completely bought into Danny Dimes and the Colts? I haven't. Chargers easily could be carrying a 3-game losing streak right now. I'm not buying the Chargers. So I'm not buying the Broncos yet either as a best in the AFC, but
they're in the mix.
But they're in the mix.
And
they're in the mix, and that's the good news.
So I was here. I was here. I mean, I did this. I've seen this model before. Baltimore Ravens 2000. I mean, we went 4 games without scoring a touchdown. We went 3-1. Can you imagine what the sports radio was saying about us and how bad and incompetent we were? But we figured it out. And now we had a good running game, so at least we had something. We didn't have a terrible running game and a terrible passing game. We had a good running game. We figured that out, and next thing you know, we won a Super Bowl. So there's a model out there. We've seen a great defense carry a team to a Super Bowl before in 2015. They just got to get competent on offense, and it's still early. But just to ignore it and think like, oh, nothing to see here, don't worry about it. Let's blame Sean Payton and let's blame all the offensive coaches. That's ridiculous. The players stunk. They were terrible. And so we need to call it out.
I'm just worried about you.
About me?
Yeah. 215 carried by a great defense. Offense kind of stunk. Just
careful.
Careful with.
He's talking about the Ravens team.
No, he went on to 2. We've seen it here before, 2015.
Careful.
Gotcha. Careful.
Yeah, that was going over my head.
Where you were
Ty,
rolling.
do we have time to dump all that?
You were rolling.
I got a button here.
Stoke wants that burned.
Dump.
No, I'm just.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was an offensive juggernaut.
What are you talking about?
2015?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You got to have something. Like I said, you got to have. And Payton did what he could on offense.
He threw a couple of dimes in that AFC Championship game. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. See.
Owen Daniels
Back.
Owen.
Back.
Yes.
Owen. We're back.
Yes.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
I'm back on track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was confused by what you were saying.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you went from the Ravens right to the 2015 Broncos, and then you were like, defense.
Carried an inept offense.
Yeah, carried a bad offense. And
yeah.
I know. You got out in front of your skis a little bit there.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
It happens. It happens.
right.
I regret it.
He'll understand.
Yeah.
He'll understand.
Hopefully he wasn't listening.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Hopefully he's shooting a commercial.
I think there's a pretty
like a nationwide one or something.
I would say
the
odds are in your favor that he is shooting
kind
a
of
commercial
or
or rehearsing some sort of award show.
Yes.
Can we do
or doing a podcast?
Hey, Johnny, can you get Peyton Manning all the different things that he endorses? Like get every endorsement deal he has. Let's figure out how many he's got. It's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
Man, amazing.
He's America's pitchman.
Yeah. He is.
He's amazing at it, too.
And I can't get enough of him. So
he's amazing at
it. He's one of those rare, he never gets overexposed. You know, at a time where people can you're like, I'm tired of that person. Nope. Not tired of Peyton. Give me more. Coming up next, all right, we'll shift gears. I do want to get to the big story in college football, and that's what's happening at Penn State and why I think it just further cements the idea that we are heading down a road in college football that just can't continue. That's next.
Do the Broncos need some accountability on offense?
Who's holding Sean accountable? Like I'm being serious. Today, who's sitting down in Sean Payton's office and going, sit down, man. We need to talk. Because if he thinks everybody's going to be all good because they won the football game, sure, that is the most important part. But the way it looked, somebody needs to be holding Sean Payton accountable.
Well, Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Trajan Wealth. What I love about Trajan Wealth, they understand the importance of tactical investments and tailored insights for growth in line with your risk tolerance. As an independent firm, Trajan Wealth's not bound to just one line of products or portfolios. They have the ability to customize a portfolio to meet your own unique goals and needs. When I met with Trajan Wealth, I got straight talk, not a sales pitch. I left that meeting feeling empowered. They're fiduciaries, so their advice is built around what's best for you. I'm a client now because I saw the difference. Call my friends at Trajan Wealth today for your complimentary consultation to ensure you're making the right financial moves for your future. 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter. Dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at GetHumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find the latest looks all for under $30. With new arrivals every day, you never know what you'll find. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Self-defense lessons.
I tased him.
Taste him. Taser always works.
That's right.
Southern charm.
Look at the boys.
With some classic impressions.
He put his pitchfork down and he grabbed his sledgehammer and he said, "Hey, you want some of this?"
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, we've certainly taken our haymakers. Stink and Stoke have taken their haymakers at the Broncos offense and coaches throughout the course of this show. I do want to pivot a little bit because we all, we love our college football as well, and I think this Penn State thing is just another example of the perilous road that college football is going down that just isn't sustainable. When Penn State, and it's not one check, but they're still signing up for a $50 million buyout of James Franklin. And you realize how few schools can actually do that and then turn around and go hire another coach with another big paycheck and another big buyout and continue to throw all the money at the program. Like, just for comparison's sake, we were talking about the idea of CSU maybe firing Jay Norvell, and some connected people at CSU said, well, don't forget, if you wait till after December 1st, you save $1.5 million, $2 million on the buyout. $1.5 million, $2 million. Penn State's saying $50 million, no problem. My point is, I just don't see how for college football and all the schools, the CSUs, the CUs, the Syracuses, the Pitts, the schools out there that just can't compete financially. What does this mean for college football? Because what Penn State's doing right now, Stink, is proof that we're nowhere even near close to an even playing field.
No, heavens no. I mean, zero on that. And it just goes to show you how much money there is in major conference college football. And you're 100% right. There are the haves and the have-nots.
Even within those major conferences.
Yeah, well, yeah, without question. Like, you think that everybody in the Big Ten has an equal playing field to Michigan?
But it's always been that way. It's always been that way.
I think it's even getting bigger, though, now.
No, but I think, yeah, you can look at it that way, but I also think you can look at it a different way. A school like Vanderbilt, they can compete now.
Can they?
Oh, yeah. Stanford, I don't want to put them in that category, but you have certain schools where all of a sudden Stanford got like a $500 million gift or $50 million gift. All of a sudden, you can pay players. It's not just about who your coach is. It's not just about what your facilities look like. It's about how much money can you pay me. So a school like Vanderbilt, who's got tons of money at their disposal, tons of very rich boosters, if they want to invest in the program, now they can be a have. You can do it. So whereas before,
you think there's a passion for Vanderbilt football like there is for Penn State football? That you're going to be able to year after year write those checks?
Of course not. Well, but I'm saying if you have one guy that wants to do it, hey, case in point, mic drop, and then I'm going to leave early today because I've dominated the whole dang day. It's been a great day for Stoke.
You have been good. You have been
a great
very
day
good.
for Stoke.
Hey, you just get to walk away early if you've dominated the whole day?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so wide receiver.
Yeah.
That is so
Mark,
diva wide receiver.
Mark, be careful because you set yourself up
today.
Put
up my numbers.
You set yourself up today about, the offense. We didn't talk to Joe Gibbs or Alex Gibbs for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if you should have shared that story.
No, that was
that's a good story, man.
It's a great story, but it's not reflecting well on your offensive.
Okay, let me speak
reflecting
before
perfectly
I
well.
forget.
Just put your foot down. Okay, go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Right here. Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Texas Tech. You know why? because they got one guy over there that wants to spend a ton of money, billionaire, sold his oil company, and now he's put together his collective. And their football team is balling. Their softball team is balling. When has Texas Tech ever been good in the last 20 years? Or like top 10 good? Now they can compete because they are spending money. Who would want to go to Lubbock? No one. No one. All you see is tumbleweeds.
One guy that sponsors the Red Riders.
Yeah, you got 130 D1 programs. Where's their golden? Where are all those golden gooses?
But I'm just telling you, whereas before, some of these schools couldn't compete. Now, if all you need is one guy, is all I'm saying. So if you have a Vanderbilt guy or a Duke guy that played football that is a billionaire and he wants to put the money into the program, you see what's going on at Oregon. What would Oregon be without Phil Knight right now?
Fair.
They would be struggling probably.
Right.
So it just takes one, and that's all I'm saying. And now if they don't invest in it, they don't invest in it, but you're always going to have the haves. Ohio State, Penn State, those teams are going to have boosters that are going to pay money.
And then you know what you do? Because realistically, you're probably
I gotta go.
You're going to leave?
No, I'm just
joking.
No, I know.
Realistically, you have 20 of those golden gooses. Then you know what you do? You go out, you set up a major mega conference that's completely separated from the NCAA and everything else in college football. Let them have their own TV deal, have their own playoff, and then you know what? Let all these other schools that, quite frankly, can't or won't be able to compete financially, at least let them go swim in a different pool. Because right now, asking the CUs, the CSUs, the Syracuses, and a lot of other schools out there that you all listening to, Kansas, to say, man, we got to somehow find a way to keep up with Ohio State and Texas Tech, and we got to find our donors. It's unrealistic. And the fact that there are some schools out there that can pay James Franklin, $50 million to go away and then turn around and give out another big, rich contract. Not every school can do that. It's why the road we're heading down to just isn't sustainable.
It's tough. There's no question. And like I said, if you can find one guy like they did with the Red Raiders, you find one guy, then that's great. But I don't know that you're going to – I don't know. That's not a consistent that's not a model for consistency, right? You're just not going to get that at most places. So there is that I don't know, that one big conference, one big, or would it be one pool of big time money, and maybe you divvy it up with three different.
No, I think you put together one conference that's made up of the schools that can do these that can do these $50 million buyouts without blinking an eye. And you put
how many teams is that?
I think you're lucky to find. You'll be lucky to find 20.
Well, just teams that spend NIL, right? That can compete.
You
got the Alabamas, the Auburns, the Florida States,
but isn't that kind of how it is with like LSU, Big Ten?
No, because not everybody in the Big 10.
25 teams.
Not everybody in the Big 10's doing it. You think Northwestern's in a position that they're going to want to just say, yeah, not only are we going to pay a coach. First of all, we're going to pay a coach. We're going to. Who's their most famous coach? Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think Pat Fitzgerald's buyout was? Wasn't $50 million.
But if they wanted to, if Northwestern wanted to,
well,
Northwestern?
I don't
know what kind of boosters they have? If they wanted to, they could. But do they want to? That's the thing. Do they want to invest in the football?
That's the other thing, too.
Now, they're building a new stadium.
But if these schools don't want to,
no, exactly.
Then you
got to figure out who
let them go play.
Has the revenue to be able to keep up, and that's really it. And so I don't know. I mean, 25 teams, whatever. Then go do it.
Go do it.
Yeah.
Right. Go do your thing.
But don't ask the programs in the Big 12, the SEC, the ACC, and all these other conferences that can't or won't spend to those levels. Don't make them try to compete against them.
Yeah.
Go put them in their own league against like-minded programs.
That's why the Louisiana Crawfish aren't.
Oh, now that wasn't necessary. See what?
What are you guys, the Crawdaddies?
The Crawdaddies. The Mudbuggers.
The Mudbuggers.
The Mudbuggers. Yeah, that's us, Mark. We're the Mudbuggers. We go to school in the airboat.
Raging Cajuns.
We go to school in the airboat. Yes, and we gotta. We fish for. We bring in the P-row.
The P-row. You're going to P-row.
We row in the P-row.
Only the guys getting the NIL money go on the fan boats.
Yeah,
They do that at LSU.
That's right. They go on the fan boats.
Not the Mudbuggers.
No, at Louisiana Lafayette, they take the P-row.
Oh, goodness.
Did I say that right?
P-row.
P-row?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a canoe.
Yeah.
Like a Louisiana Bayou canoe.
That's right.
Okay.
Down out on P-row?
The P-row.
Use your P-row and then have a po' boy. Hey, I'm not making fun of you. I love.
No, you kind of did.
No, I love Cajun
you kinda
food.
Were.
I love Cajun food. I love Cajun food.
Don't make me put that gree on you.
Don't put the gree on me.
See, you want that smoke?
I love Louisiana food. Love it.
I like it when you what you do. What's the thing? You pinch the head and you suck the juice, or what is that?
I'm a slurper.
Crawfish.
Crawfish.
You're a slurper.
Yeah, you're a slurper, like Evans. Like Evans all morning long. All morning long. His coffee. Slurper. He's a slurper. He's a good slurper.
Not like Mark, though.
No.
Oh, you've heard Mark.
Mark's a.
When Mark's out on remote somewhere and he does the coffee slurp.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, his coffee slurps are legendary.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's right.
Hopefully we got our point across today.
I'm exhausted, but I loved it. I mean, I can't speak for all of you, and clearly some of you didn't like it. I don't know. As a football fan, who, quite frankly, let's be honest, okay? A lot of us, most of us, the overwhelming majority of us, sit down to watch football every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whatever, and we really don't know what exactly we're watching. We think we do. We don't. And you guys did an awesome job of laying it all out today.
They're 4-2, and they got a great opportunity to go on a run here. They got 4 out of 5 on at home coming up before the bye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so just be competent offensively and continue to ride this defense, and hopefully the defense keeps playing the way they're playing. But you got to set up Broncos right now. There's a lot of positives, especially when you played that bad. You still won a football game. You did some things right, and hopefully this offense can get it figured out.
I hope so, and I believe they can. I think the biggest thing, to Stokes' point a bunch about formationally and motions and all that stuff, and my point, the menu in the run game, simple it down a little bit.
All right, good messages, good insight. Loved it. Hope you did as well. Dover and Cecil, man, I hope they were paying attention.
Take another shot at them real quick.
They could have learned a lot today. Chicken Fingers, I know Chicken Fingers learned a lot today. Let's see how well they learned their lessons coming up next.
Did the Broncos defense just send a message to the rest of the NFL?
The defense was special. And this is what I thought we would see from the defense. I thought they had a chance to be special, and they showed it yesterday. They're sitting at 4-2. I'm not going to be too negative here. Broncos got to win, and that defense was special.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You know, as a young first-time homeowner of an older house, I made the rookie mistakes that resulted